Folks, welcome into sportsbookreview.com. It's time for some Monday Night Football live betting action and our normal cast of characters always here and ready. I'm Donnie Seymour. He's Flash Watson, also with Kyle Purviance. We are going to guide you through an entire night and a really good Monday Night Football matchup. We're going to hit some prop bets, have some fun, and of course, the show is about ball busting. We will do that repeatedly all night. I'm excited for Monday Night Football. Flash, look, I'm very underdressed for this. These guys dressed up. I wore my T-shirt tuxedo, and they're ready for a party. Flash, are we ready to win some money tonight?
Well, listen, if it's gone by any of the other weeks, then yeah, we'll absolutely cream it in. I thought we was auditioning for the cast of Oliver Twist. I mean, look at the state of us. Listen, what a game. What a game, because the more you look at it, the more it scrambles you. The Bears defense, the Rams. I've been on about their D all the way through. I've been on about the Rams all the time. Under, over, the total's low. Is it sucking us in, Donnie?
It really is, because if anybody knows me, and I get asked all day today, what do you like tonight? And I say, well, I do like the under, which I know how that goes, and I know how that always falls in my face. But I got to tell you, we're going to break down this game in just a few moments. But Flash, I'm leaning towards the under, and it's in a dome. It's perfect weather conditions. And we're not talking 55.5, where one team needs to get to 40 points to cover that spread. It's wild stuff. Kyle, welcome into the show. Let's have some fun. Kick it off. Another week here. Hey, Monday night, it is what it is, brother.
Monday night, and I'm glad that you're talking about the under, because I do think that this is a close game. When you look at the strengths of these defenses, right, I don't see a ton of points. And so, look, I'm going to say exactly what I said last Monday, which was a big winner for us that tailed it. I think this is a single-digit game in the first half. And when I'm looking over here at my bookie, I think the Rams actually have the lead in the first half. I think they come out hot after that embarrassment last week, after Sean McVay was outcoached by his buddy Kyle Shanahan. I think the Rams are up by single digits, and I got a plus 800, a plus 850, and a plus 750 on all three different breakdowns from 1 to 3, 4 to 6, and 7 to 9. So I put a little Skrilla on each of them. I think it's going to be profitable. I think you see a single-digit game at the half. I think the Rams are ahead, and I do think there's some props tonight. I do think the Bears have a great chance at covering the spread. I don't have a problem taking Bears. Anytime you're getting a 5-1 team with a defense like the Bears plus 6, I think you jump on that. But I like a single-digit total in the first half. And just so I don't have a nervous breakdown for a field goal when you guys splash the pot, I did throw a little bit on the tie just to cover my ass a little bit. But I think it's a single-digit game in the first half. And I like the Rams to be up in the first half. And I think the Bears cover. That's where I'm at.
And look at this. Junior Brown joins us as well. And it's nice to get Junior's perspective on the NFL when it's not dealing with a Kansas City Chiefs easy win for him. So we'll have some fun tonight between the Rams and the Bears. Junior, welcome in. Nice to have you for this Monday Night Football betting party.
What's up, fellas? How you guys feeling tonight? I'm liking the Bears tonight. So let's get it started with that.
Yeah, I won. Yep, I already won. I can go to bed. Thank you.
Yep, it's done. Thanks, Junior.
Do we like the Bears on the money line, Junior?
What's that?
We like the Bears on the money line, or just
I took him plus 6 early in the week, and then I took him plus 6.5 about an hour ago. I'm liking the under, but I just don't like getting the worst of the line, so I just haven't touched it as yet. I was too scared to bet it early in the week, but I just think the Bears can hang around with this team. I'm not a huge believer in Jared Goff, and as far as I'm concerned, until the Rams beat someone that's not in the NFC East. Why? I'm just not convinced that they're that good. I mean, they're not bad, but neither are the Bears. So I just think the Bears can hang around, possibly even be a live dog in this situation.
It's going to be a good game, and it's a very good matchup here, because the one thing that Junior brings up a great point, because in the pick six contest, I actually think the Rams are going to win tonight by a touchdown. I do think it stays under the total, but again, I'm not comfortable with the NFL. Anybody, I guess maybe it's the New York Jets, anything below like 45 and a half seems like a safe bet. But looking at this game, Junior, your point is very valid. The one thing that really gives Jared Goff problems is an organic pass rush that can get in front of his face, and this is one of the best front fours in football. You don't need to bring a lot of heat, talking about the Chicago Bears, to try to disrupt that offensive flow for Jared Goff. That's my main problem in this game when I look at it and say, well, what could go wrong for the Rams? It's that pass rush coming into his face, because it's one of those games where you bet, and we say it all the time about certain teams, like, oh boy, bad Cam Newton. Once you see bad Cam Newton in the first half, it's over. They're not coming back from it. The towel goes over his head, and you're not going to get a good performance. You'll know Jared Goff and what his performance is going to be right away in the first quarter of this game, Junior. If he's backpedaling and off his game, it could be a long night for that offense.
I'm not a huge Jared Goff guy. Let me just start with that. I don't think the difference between Jared Goff and Nick Foles is as big as people might think. That's not a slight on Jared Goff or Nick Foles. I just think that they're both quarterbacks with their limitations. And when you see Jared Goff, I think that, well, first of all, we've in the NFL, unfortunately, we don't get as big a sample size as we want, but we're lucky enough that the Bears and the Rams have played each other now in a couple of consecutive seasons. The Bears have been able to keep the Rams offense at bay. So I just think that in this situation, the Rams offense is actually less talented than those additions that we've seen in previous years, whereas the Bears defense, it's not much worse than those versions that we saw in those years. And their offense that might actually be better. They certainly have a better quarterback. Again, I'm not the biggest Nick Foles fan. I'll let Donnie be the judge of Nick Foles as a Philadelphia Eagles fan. But I just think that put it to you this way, if the bar is Trubisky, then Nick Foles is absolutely fantastic. How about that? So the Bears can only do better with Foles as their quarterback. And I think in this situation, if we see the best version of Foles, I really believe that they're a live dog in this situation. I don't know if I'm willing to put my money on that, so I'm just going to take the points here and believe that this Bears defense is going to hang around.
Yeah, and I do think it's going to be a close game either way. I just see one offense. And the reason why I'm looking at this game, I'm going to come to your Flash, because I take a look at the Chicago Bears. And, Junior talking about Nick Foles. Nick Foles is the right quarterback for the Chicago Bears in order for them to make the playoffs. He's going to make the smart play. He's going to give his offense a chance to succeed where Mitchell Trubisky couldn't do that. So when you look at the Chicago Bears on defense and say, how can we mess this up? We'll put Mitchell Trubisky, a quarterback that just can't make the simple pass to move the chains and keep the ball moving, and try to score some odd points. Because when you take a look at their offense, 23 points for Carolina, 20 versus Tampa Bay, 11 versus Indianapolis. And then you take a look at that Atlanta game where they hit hyperspeed in that second half going against the Atlanta Falcons. Flash, when I'm looking at their overall offense versus Carolina, 63 yards on the ground, 198 in the air. Tampa Bay, 35 yards on the ground, 208 in the air. Indianapolis Colts, 28 yards on the ground, 241 in the air. This defense for the Rams matches up extremely well with the Chicago Bears, because the one problem that you have in the NFL, if you're not an explosive offense, you need to have 9, 10, 11 play drives, and eventually Aaron Donald's going to come calling your Flash.
Yeah, and it's the same on the other side of the coin. I mean, you look at both of these teams and you think to yourself, right, so that means the defense must be, listen, they're 5-1. So the D has obviously stepped up and is either giving them great field position, is giving them pick sixes, or they're getting in the face. So the opposition, remember, the Bears held the Bucks to 19 points. They're scoring against anyone at will. Even in defeat, they're putting up 30 plus, the Bucks. So the Bears are serious. Now we go to the other side. I jump out. The Rams, team total 25.5. I'm thinking, I'm not sure you get 25.5. You may win the game, but 25.5 against this Bears side, I think that's probably where I'll start.
No, and I can't disagree with you there. And look, guys, just coming in the chat box, guys are already bringing the fire. 230 people watching currently live. I'm sure we'll get that racked up even higher. Awesome support you guys give us here. 72,100 people have hit that subscribe button right here on our YouTube channel at sportsbookraview.com. Hit that notification bell when we go live. You don't even have to be on Twitter. You just get notification. Oh my goodness, the boys are having a Monday Night Football party. Let me join in and say hello. Kylie, Tommy, Sabino's in here. Johnny's in here. Welcome into the chat box. I would go all the way up and down, but by the time I would get through that, we would be already at kickoff. Kyle, looking at this game overall, why don't we just get into some picks and props that we have? Because I have a few that I have written down. I'll let you go first. Why don't you start with either a side or a total on the game, and then give the people out there some props that you're looking at tonight?
Yeah, again, I do think the Rams have the chance to get over that. And I saw some questions about Jalen Ramsey and et cetera. When you look at the Bears defense and you look what the Rams like to do on offense, they like to have they run the same plays over and over again, same motion, but different strategies. So you're going to see a lot of stuff coming out of the slot tonight from the Los Angeles Rams. When you look in the slot, the Bears have Buster Skrine, who's not only banged up, but probably their most vulnerable corner. He's been vulnerable since he played with the Jets years ago. He's not a very good slot corner. So the Rams are going to attack the middle of the field. No Tyler Higbee tonight. So you're going to see Gerald Everett, athletic tight end, but you're also going to see Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods in that slot attacking Buster Skrine. Buster Skrine's targeted on 23% of his defensive routes. I think both those wide receivers are in line to have a good game. And then without Tyler Higbee, without that interchangeable tight end thing, I like Josh Reynolds quite a bit as the number 3 wide receiver. I like him on DraftKings at 2,400. I like his prop over here at my bookie over 2.5 catches at plus 100. I think they have to go to him in the passing game. Listen, you're not going to run the ball up and down the field on the Chicago Bears, just like you're not really going to run over the Rams defense. So I really like these sort of secondary targets here, the Josh Reynolds, maybe even Darrell Henderson out of the backfield. I think Malcolm Brown's a great DraftKings play as well at 3,400. I think when they get in the red zone, that's someone that they go to. But I do think the Rams are, like I said, I love these first half single-digit prop plays for the Rams being up by single digits. I think it's, a 13-7, 13-10 type of game at the half, which could sort of make you nervous for that over-under there if you're taking the unders at 44.5. But I do think the Rams get there. And another one that I like is I don't think you have a lot of success running the ball in this Rams defense. So I like Jared Goff over 21.5 completions. Seems kind of like a free square to me. I think you can get close to that by half. I think Jared Goff has 14 or 15 completions by halftime. So over that 21.5 completions makes a whole lot of sense to me. I like the plus money on the Rams up by single digits in the first half. I like Josh Reynolds, and I like Jared Goff over 21.5 completions.
All right, Junior. So we take a look at some live lines currently right now at SPRodds.com offshore. As we know, the lines opened up right around that 5.5 range. Went to 6 all week, and then we saw that breakthrough of 6.5 today over under, which has dropped down a full field goal, which is interesting because we don't get to see that a lot unless you're dealing with weather conditions that might drop that down or maybe a quarterback in or out. It's very rare for a dome game to open up 47 and now sit at 44 across the board, even though I do agree with the line movement here. What are we looking at maybe from a side perspective, total perspective, or even some prop bets here, Junior, that you have on your mind?
No props for me tonight, but I do like the under, to be honest with you. Like I said, I didn't bet it myself because if I was going to bet it, I should have hit it at 47. I just really hate betting the worst of a number, so I'm going to stay off of that. But anyone looking for a total bet, I would definitely lean under for 2 reasons, or actually for one specific reason. Both of these teams have issues on the offensive line, and I think that their coaches are going to try and protect them. And when I say them, I mean the respective quarterbacks. I think we're going to see a lot of running. I think it's going to be a very physical game. I think that the Bears better have a game plan for their 2 guards who are pretty good run blockers, but in terms of pass protection, they're pretty bad. And pretty bad is not going to get it done against Aaron Donald. Very good doesn't even usually get it done against him. So they better have a plan for that. But on the flip side, we've got Khalil Mack coming back. We've got Akeem Hicks coming back. Even though the Rams tackles are great, I still think that the Bears are going to be able to put pressure on Jared Goff. And Donnie, you've already said this. Jared Goff is the type of quarterback that he needs everything to go right. He's not the type of guy that if the play breaks down, he's going to roll out and extend plays. No. If it breaks down, then he's going to just throw it out of bounds or possibly throw a pick. So I just think that the fact that both offensive lines are a liability on both sides is going to tend to make this game be more played in a more conservative manner. I think we're going to see a lot more runs than usual. And I don't blame these coaches for doing that because I think that turnovers, whoever wins a turnover battle, I mean, this seems like an obviously cliche thing to say, but specifically in this game, whoever wins the turnover battle is obviously going to have the upper hand here.
Yeah, Flash, nice environment tonight. Again, no crowd that's anticipated there, so you're going to be able to hear the calls from both sides of the field. As we said, line drops from 47 to 44. Current line sitting at 6.5. What sides totals and maybe some prop bets, Flash, that you are looking forward to tonight to cash in on?
Okay, well, I've just gone with the Rams to win by 1-6. Plus 350, and I've gone with the Bears to win by 1-6 at plus 400. So I fancy it's a tight game. I think it comes down to a last possession. I think a field goal wins it. So then obviously I'm happy to be under the 6. I just thought that I can either get +6.5 at -105, or I just go with them to win by 6 at +350. So I like the under 25.5 for the Rams. I can't see it. If the Bucks can only put up 19 against this mob, then I think that we are yes, unders, but listen, 45. It might just be a 23-22 type game.
Yeah, I'm going with the in pick six contest. I got the Rams at 6. I just had this game pegged at one of those 24-17 type games. And again, it's hard because when you're taking a look at a touchdown difference, it's hard to try to say, hey, it's 24-17, and that's what I think it's going to be. But I just think it settles into that. Either one of these teams has a decent shot to win, but I just trust the overall offensive game plan of the Rams more than I do the Chicago Bears. And it's one of those styles that make fights. And I just see the Rams defense able to take Robinson out of the game and maybe look elsewhere for some offense for the Chicago Bears, which plays right into some plays that I'm looking for here. If I don't think the Chicago Bears offense is going to be that explosive, I'm definitely going to be on Nick Foles' longest pass to be under 37 yards tonight, and then playing into the theme where let's take away Allen Robinson by just, shadowing maybe with Jalen Ramsey on the outside, getting that pressure. You're going to have to get a little bit creative. So I actually went with rushing and receiving over 36.5 yards for Cordell Patterson, just to try to be that Swiss Army knife blade, maybe catch one of those slip screens, get 15 yards, maybe end around, get another 15 yards, and then you're right into the game with only a couple touches from him. Now, also flipping it over to the Rams side, Tyler Higbee is out, so that safety valve over the middle then gets even bigger. That's where Cooper Kupp comes in. Last time we saw him in the field, Kyle, versus your 49ers, didn't have a very good night, but was wide open for a lot of the night. I think some of those passes come to fruition tonight, and we're not dealing with, hey, he's got to go over 100 yards, 59.5 yards. I'm going to take the over on Cooper Kupp tonight, getting a lot of those bailouts with pressure over the middle. The first thing a quarterback does is not look outside the numbers. He looks inside the numbers, and that's where the tight ends and the slot receivers thrive. That's the way I'm going. Now, quick question. We can go around the handle as well. Flash, I'll start with you first. Gain pace in this game. Again, I don't see it as a track meet. Now, we're looking at the first half, total 22, which means 3 touchdowns and a field goal to hit that. Usually we're betting over. Flash, usually we're betting overs, and it looks easy. Tonight, not so much here. That 22 means you got to put up some points in the front, maybe 14-10 at halftime to get that done.
Yeah, the big thing for me is all about the second half. So for the first half, I think it'll be conservative. I think they both need to stay in the game. I think they run the hell out of it, because if they throw it with these two Ds, they could get picked. And before, just say you're 7-0 down, just say 7-0. All of a sudden, you then go like Hail Mary too early. You 14 down and the game's gone. Because, listen, I'm not sure neither of these two can come back from 2 big scores down. So for me, the clock will be woofed in the first two quarters. I think it flies by. I can see this maybe being a 10-6 at the half.
Junior, we looking at anything for the first half in that way? Because I know if we're taking a look at a 6.5, I don't have the actual side up, but I'm assuming it's going to be around that 4-point number, which to me, again, I always look at like betting. If you're going to take the Bears, you would figure they're going to be in the game at the half, maybe even up. +4 might be not a bad acquisition.
3.5.
3.5. So even that, yep. So they're within a field goal tied, still be able to come back. Is that something that would interest you? Or even looking at the total, you're saying it's 22 for the first half. Are you looking for more scoring in the first half? They slow it down in the second half? Or is it more of, let's get a feel out here and don't lose the game in the first half, then see what we have to press for the second half here?
Honestly, I've been thinking about the Bears +185 in the first half. I don't see why they could not have a lead in the first half. I think we're all in agreement that it's going to be a tight game. I just heard Flash say he believes it's going to be a running game, which I believe it's going to be as well. And like I said, we've seen a big enough sample size to know that Nagy, for all of his faults, I don't know what you guys feel about Nagy, but I think he kind of sometimes outthinks himself. He seems to have a pretty good handle on this Bears team. I know he's more of an offensive-minded coach than a defensive-minded guy, but this Bears team has a culture with a defense that's been, at this level for a couple of years now. So I think if we're talking about the Rams offense, in my personal opinion, it's been pretty pedestrian this season. A lot of their offense is predicated in terms of getting guys that are fast into space, but a lot of Goff's throws are like at the line of scrimmage, basically. Yeah. I think against this Bears defense, I'm just not convinced that's going to work. So Bears +185 first half is something that I'm strongly interested I'm almost talking myself into it right now.
I get you. I tell you what, people are strongly interested in, Junior. 435 people are strongly interested in what you got to say tonight here, getting ready for a Monday Night Football showdown between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. Kyle, I'll bring it to you. Again, when is the point of no return is what I like to say. Like, I'm seeing Pinnacle right here offshore at SBRodds.com. FanDuel, New Jersey, 43.5. Like, this isn't like the Jets versus the Jets scrimmage out here. Like, you have legitimate NFL players on both sides. And also talk about when you have a dominating pass rush. What does that mean? Sacks, strip sack fumbles. You're under pressure, interceptions.
That's right.
43.5 tonight.
That, like the more and more I look at that, like I know everyone's on the under. It feels like everyone and their mom's on the under. I'm going to say the over in this. 43.5 is too low for me in a professional football game this year. I mean, most games we're looking at 54, 53.5, 51.5, 57s, 58s we're seeing. I am going to lean on that over. And I got to say, just from looking at this game, I think you see a lot of third and intermediate. And what happens to the Rams offense when it's third and intermediate? They go to Cooper Kupp. They go into the slot. He's one of the more targeted third down guys, sort of like the Curtis Samuel. I like Robert Woods quite a bit. When you look at the Rams wide receivers, Josh Reynolds is in the slot 30% of the time. Cooper Kupp 54% of the time. Josh Reynolds 41% of the time. So, excuse me, I actually broke those down backwards. So it's Josh Reynolds 30% of the time, Robert Woods 41% of the time. That's a big weakness on this Bears defense. Buster Skrine is a bad slot corner. So when I start looking at this, I think the Rams really are going to be in the lead in the first half. I think they were embarrassed last week on the road against an injured 49ers team. I think Sean McVay comes out tonight, out schemes Matt Nagy, who I know Matt Nagy's an offensive sort of coach, but have we seen anything from this Bears team that has made you think, hey, this offensive scheme is fantastic? No, David Montgomery's pretty underwhelming. You're going to see a lot of David Montgomery, obviously. I love the play that Donnie talked about, and I'll shoot it over here to Flash and ask what he thinks about that. When you look at the Chicago Bears, Cordero Patterson is sort of their backup running back now with Tariq Cohen out. So what do you think about that Cordero Patterson type prop? Is that something that you're looking at? Is there one of these like sleepers that you're looking at tonight, Flash?
Yeah, well, whenever you've got a team that come off the corners, like we will definitely see the Rams come off it, is the screens. And with the screens, I think that that's where he's going to get his points. And that's exactly what Donnie was saying, that if he can get it almost like a Tyreek Hill, almost like an Alvin Kamara type game. The big thing for me is the quarterbacks cannot hold on to the ball for too long, either of them. So you're going to have to be getting it out, and you're going to have to make sure that it's going to be short and it's going to be yards after the catch. I don't see nothing going deep. So again, longest completion, I'll go under. I just see this. Honestly, we're going to just wish our life away for the first three quarters, because give the Bears their credit. They're 5-1, and when they've been up against it, they've produced late on in games.
Right. No, and you're 100% right. So, Junior, let me ask you this. We've seen actually both of these teams make these sort of big comebacks. We saw it with the Rams, right, against the Bills, where they were down big and then made this, heroic comeback only to fall up short. And then we saw, Nick Foles' first game when they benched Mitch Trubisky against the Falcons, down big early, then they were able to come back. So if this game is tight at the half, if we're, you're on the other side, you got the Bears close in the first half, I've got the Rams. This is a close game, within a touchdown at the end of the first half. Who does that favor more in the second half if we're, doing like a live betting type of projection here?
Swings.
I mean, I would say the Bears, just because they're the road team and the dog. So, I mean, that seems like a pretty obvious answer. But if you're the Rams, listen, the Rams, like I mentioned earlier, have not beat anyone that's good.
Right.
So it's not like the Bears don't know that. And the Bears, like we've mentioned before, they held the Bucs in check. The Bears defense is for real. I think the Rams need this win for a lot of different reasons, because the way they looked last week, I wasn't on the Rams last week, but it was a heavy lean of mine. I'm glad I stayed away from it, because I watched that game. And the 49ers didn't really do anything special to beat the Rams. They really held them in check. I don't have the Rams season in front of me, but I'm pretty sure they've been held to 20 or less, like 3 or 4 times already this season. So I'm not hugely confident. Like Flash said, I don't think the Rams are going to score 25 points in this game. So in my opinion, the Rams need to get off to a fast start to have a bit of a cushion, because that definitely favors them in this game. Obviously, the Bears are not I don't want to say they're not a comfort behind team, because I'm judging them on the Mitch Trubisky era, sure. Not Nick Foles, obviously, but the Bears would prefer not to have to come from behind. They would prefer to play with a lead, obviously. Again, I hate saying these stupid cliche things. Everyone would prefer to play with a lead. Sure. But like the Kansas City Chiefs don't care if lead, no lead. They're out there balling, right? So there's certain teams that are not afraid to go down the score. I think the Bears should be nervous about going down the score, because even though Nick Foles is an upgrade from Mitch Trubisky, you mentioned something that actually I am 100% agreement with. The fact that Coach Nagy is an offensive coach is something that has that really worked out for the Bears, because their offense is not that much better than it was before he got there. It's pretty much the same. So it would be in the Bears' best interest to obviously have a lead here, which would obviously be the best case scenario for us Bears backers tonight.
Right. And look at that. So we have Phillip Rivers in the top left corner of your screen, and he's got 9 kids. You know, it's not easy for Phillip Rivers to do a live show on Monday night. How do you cook for 10 children over there, Donnie? I will say this.
His chef cooks for him.
That's correct. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Donnie has a chef. He's got like 7 TV providers, you know, in the mansion, and like 43 offices. So, you know, it works out really well when you are Donnie RightSide. I will say probably the one team in the NFL that never wants to see a lead again has got to be the Atlanta Falcons, right? Like, what a joke for that. We're about 2 minutes from kickoff, so I know we've sort of gotten our should we go around and real quick give out our final plays before we get that? Before we kick off here? Well, we got 2 minutes until kickoff, something like that.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Looks like it's settling nice. Let's give some up-to-date numbers here on the odds. Still sitting at 6.5 across the board. Now 43.5. Now move back to 44. Pinnacle offshore. Bet 365 in New Jersey, 43.5. FanDuel still 43.5. So those 43.5s are still out here. So I still like the under, but everything has to go right. 43, everything has to go right. You got to have 2 turnovers in the red zone, a missed field goal, and a team that goes for it on 4th and 1 gets stuffed at like the 30-yard line. So a lot has to go right in order to do that. I'm still going to stick with my initial play that I had in the pick 6 contest, the -6. Got those prop bets at her. Cordero Patterson rushing and receiving over 36.5. Also Foles longest pass under 37 yards, and Cooper Kupp 59.5. I'm going with the over on that. So Kyle, take it away before we get started here. Final. What is it? What you got?
I like Jared Goff over 21.5 completions. I like Josh Reynolds at plus money over 2.5 catches. I think without Tyler Higbee, it imposes him more in the offense. They only have the one tight end who's capable in Gerald Everett. So I like the Josh Reynolds plus 2.5. And I like the Rams by single digits. You can hedge every single digit total and still make money on that bet. I didn't get the email from the bookie last week and was able to cash that in. So I'm going to go with it again. So I like the Rams by single digits. I do think the Rams cover in this game, the +6. I think this is a close game, and I'm going to lean the over. I think both these teams get in the 20s. I think 43.5, 44 is just too low. I can't do it. I can't root for that. So I'm going to take the over, the Bears to cover, but Rams close in the first half.
Flash, kicking off right now. Finalist editor, over 600 people watching the show currently right now. What is that final play for you tonight? What are we looking at? Go ahead.
Either side to win by under 6.
Yeah, I'll take either side to win. It doesn't matter what side. Go ahead, Junior. What's your final picks tonight?
Well, I've been looking at the props market, because I always feel bad that when I come on here, I'm not really a big props guy. The last 2 weeks, though, I've hit the Josh Allen. His running props seem way too low. Like they don't even make any sense. That the market has to adjust to that. But anyways, one prop that I do like is Jared Goff under 244.5. It's not an official play of mine because I'm literally just looking at it right now, but it looks pretty interesting, because I don't think that not to say that he's incapable of that number. I just think their game plan is going to be to protect him and limit the turnovers and really establish the run. So they can establish the play action, because if they can get play action going, that's where Goff is at his best. That's where Goff can make plays. If you're just relying on Goff to win the game, dropping back 40 times, I don't know if that's what you want.
And we are officially underway now. The Chicago Bears get the ball first, and they looks like they had the ball second in about 7 or 8. So
you're telling me this isn't Cardinal Seahawks? Because I'm watching the end of that game.
Yeah, come on, man. Exactly.
Well, yeah, from 2008.
Yeah, from 2008. Like,
Johnny, I
Sean Alexander might get his 5th touchdown today, you know?
I need your guys' opinion on that game yesterday. That's one of the wildest games I've seen in a while.
The late night game was awesome, man. That was really good. It really was.
The confidence that they all showed, like, that's proper. Because I was watching the 24, I think it was 24-17 down, and they were sitting there, and you thought the Cardinals were up by 3 scores. The Cardinals were so confident. They just stuck together as a bunch. That was perfect.
Hey, Donnie, sorry to interrupt you, Flash. You love Cordell Patterson lined up in the backfield immediately.
Yeah.
He's got to be the switch Army knife tonight. If you're looking to make plays, you can't go against the Rams and be like, hey, you know what? 30 yards on the ground and $140 in the air to get it done. You really got to mix it up out here. So I think he's going to be heavily involved in this offense. But last night, it just goes to show you, Russell Wilson, sit out the rest of the year and say, you want 51% of the Seattle Seahawks or you won't play again, they'll give it to him.
They might.
The defense thinks he has to score every time he has the football, or they have no chance to win. It's amazing.
They're so passive, aren't they? I mean, Kyler Murray was just doing as he wanted. They would go in, and the safeties and the corners, they were 15 yards back. Why didn't they just get up in their face? Because all they did is went to run, just stopped and said, "Here we go. There's 7 or 8 yards every single time." It was so sloppy.
I think you'll see a big change when Jamal Adams comes back. That's a big loss for that team. And that secondary is dreadful. I mean, they are literally the worst secondary in the league right now. And we're talking the Dallas Cowboys exist.
Oh, yeah, by the way, let's talk about them.
Yeah.
Oh, God, they're absolutely dreadful. But when Jamal Adams comes back, but I was just kind of struck when I was watching the game. I was like, wait, Kyler Murray is Russell Wilson Jr. And if he gets some more of those wins, we're going to be talking about Kyler Murray in the same way that we talk about Russell Wilson. He doesn't have the Legion of Boom that Russell Wilson had early in his career, so he probably won't just jump straight into a Super Bowl because he has a dominant defense like Russell Wilson was gifted into. And, you know, you sort of remember that first year, it was supposed to be Matt Flynn, right? It was supposed to be the starting quarterback. They signed him that big deal after that 5-touchdown game against the Lions. And then Russell Wilson, you know, 3rd-round pick, comes in, takes the job. Kyler Murray came in as a number 1 overall pick, but he's really got that like electric dynamic where it doesn't matter how many players have their hands on him. He's getting away. Once he gets a little bit better with that decision making. And another thing we should note, I am done believing that DeAndre Hopkins is injured or limited. And I've talked about this before. He's done this so many times in Houston. Oh, my ankle hurts. I'm not going to practice. I might not play. Yeah. And then, you know, here he is out there dominating man-to-man coverage and just doing everything that he wants. So no more believing the injury reports on DeAndre Hopkins. And Kyler Murray, you know, I think it's a ballsy move by the Cardinals. They draft Josh Rosen in the 1st round, right? Then they just give up on it. They talk the owner into giving up on a 1st-round quarterback so they can redraft another quarterback overall. I think that's good leadership, smart. Kyler Murray is going to be a superstar in this league.
Yeah, 3rd and 12 out here in the game. 0-0 currently right now in the first quarter, 12 minutes and 11 seconds left. I don't have a live line coming up, so I guess we'll watch this 3rd down play. But also, you know, bringing up the injury information, we always like to joke off with Nuke Hopkins there. How about the injury list this week? Atlanta. Oh, by the way, Julio Jones now dealing with a hip injury, so welcome to the party.
Yeah, this is a bunch of nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
He's going to get traded. He should get traded.
His cap number is so massive.
It's so big, yeah.
You're going to give up like a 1st-round pick and then have him eat like 25. It's amazing because, you know, it's the same thing in this sports. Like, hey, you try to trade the guy before he makes the big money. But when they talk about like they should trade Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, but nobody can really absorb that type of like bang against your cap. It's amazing.
Yeah, you're right, and he's at the beginning of his deal too, right? So he's owed a lot of owed a lot of money.
It would be a smart move. They're not going anywhere. Load up on draft picks, get some really good capital for those two, but they make so much money. You just like, okay, maybe a team says, hey, I'll give you a fifth for Julio, but who the hell is trading Julio for a fifth-round pick?
Nobody's doing that.
Yeah.
And who's really desperate? Like the only teams that have a good enough defense and a team that need a quarterback. So are they going to talk him into swapping Phillip Rivers in Indianapolis? Who wants Matt Ryan at this point? I look, we watched the guy collapse in the Super Bowl, right? The whole team collapsed. And ever since then, there is no team. Like if you're betting the Falcons, you want them to be behind for the rest of time. They are the worst front runner ever in the history of sports. It's almost embarrassing at this point. And listen, I think Matt Ryan's really good. I used to love him, but my God, how many weird ways can you lose before it's like, you might just not have the NFL IQ to sustain a lead and get a win. I mean, that's a hard, what team would want Matt Ryan right now? I'm trying to think. I guess the
Dallas.
Giants, yeah, Dallas.
A lot of teams would want Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
But at that salary,
Just not the
30 million
Falcons.
plus.
Yeah, it's so hard because like you see the people talking about, the NFC East. If anybody in the NFC East makes moves to win the division this year, GM and ownership needs to be blown out of town right away. Like maybe you're looking to cover like a backup offensive lineman or a linebacker just to make it through the season. I always get a laugh when said the Cowboys should go after Jameis Winston or make a move for Ryan. I said, why would you trade capital this year so you can win the division, get blasted round one, and then Dak Prescott comes back next year and is going to get $40+ million a year? You're not trading any capital to get 5 wins to get in the playoffs this year. Whoever's in the NFC, you are what you are. Let it ride out and see where it goes, and good luck next year.
It's over for the NFC East already.
It is. Yes.
Next year.
It's not over. They get to host the winner of that division is going to make the.
Well, no, it doesn't matter though. Maybe the owner's like, hey, like typically though, Kyle, you'd be like, hey, make the playoffs. I'm an owner. I want that gate. That's like $5 million in my pocket. Nobody's going to be at the game. What the hell does it matter if you host?
Yeah, didn't we say this about the Giants though when they backdoored it and went on and won?
Yeah, but that's different. They had a competent quarterback at least.
Competent football team, yeah.
Yeah, but Carson Wentz for the Eagles. I mean,
like,
he could in a one-off game.
The Eagles' problem is not quarterback. The Eagles' problem is injuries. Their offensive line is injured. Their defensive line is they just have a ton of injuries. So, if they were healthy, it'd be a different story. But no, I 100% agree with Donnie. The Cowboys are a joke. The Redskins don't even have a name. The division's a mess.
Yeah,
they should get rid. Like we're gonna have a really, really good football team not make the playoffs, and then have another good football team have to play on the road wild card weekend.
That's just the way it goes, though. Because then back in the day,
just eliminate it. Just eliminate it.
The NFC East won like every Super Bowl. You could theoretically say, let's just cancel the AFC and just let the NFC play Super Bowls. Eventually, it comes back around,
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but listen, we're looking at a flexible NFL this year, right? When's the last time you saw the NFL go, oh, we're going to cancel this game, shift 2/3 of the schedule, move this game to this time, move this. So the NFL has proven they're flexible. Let's just say, hey, NFC East, you get to go out there. You get to play at 6 a.m. like the England time when they're over there in London playing. No one gives a damn about what you're doing. You're not on any slates. Just get out there, get it done, because that is an embarrassment. This is the latest ever in National Football League history that – and we're going into week 8 and not a single team in the division has 3 wins. That's an embarrassment. None of those teams, none of them should be in the playoffs. Not a single one of them. It's a joke.
I would love the Eagles are going to make the playoffs and then Nick could knock the Bears out of the playoffs. That's my prediction.
First of all, the Eagles could definitely win a round 1 playoff matchup if for by some miracle they just got their act together and had a little bit of injury luck where their guys could just stay healthy for a sustained amount of time. But here's the thing. I remember watching Pete Carroll's 7-9 Seattle Seahawks in the playoffs. I don't want to hear it.
The historic run. Yeah, the historic run where he smashed through 25 people, and that shouldn't have happened.
7 wins.
That was a much better team than any of these teams. I do think the Eagles are the best team in that division, actually, when you look at it. Like, they have the best quarterback by a mile, obviously, and it's kind of unfortunate that hit. I saw they're not going to suspend that Washington linebacker. That kid should be suspended. You can't do that. Like, what the hell was
why
that?
would you want to knock Dalton out of the game? I mean, keep him
Yeah,
in. Jesus.
yeah. I was like, is Dallas going to come in and win this game now that they brought in this? I can't even Ben Mancini, whatever the hell his name was. What was it? Ben News. I can't even remember.
Baby. It's
Ben DiNucci.
How
Ben
dare you
DiNucci.
disrespect that kid?
Ben DiNucci. Thank you. I thought I was like, oh shit, this guy's going to come in and do the Tony Romo. Remember when Tony Romo came in when he was the 6th round pick? They finally brought him in off the practice squad, and he sort of let him. I was like, oh god, Ben DiNucci is going to be 10 times better than Andy Dalton. No, that team's a dumpster fire. Every team in that division is a dumpster fire. The Eagles get healthy though, and they get Jeffrey, Ertz, or Goddard. If they get Goddard back, which could happen sooner than later, I suppose. The Eagles could actually make some noise because they actually do have a good defense, a good front seven, and some talent in the secondary. So the Eagles.
It'll be interesting for him because you're looking at coming back. Jalen Reagor is coming off, at least can be able to be able to practice now. So they'll have some competent parts going forward, but it's not even so much about the Eagles. The Eagles actually have a really good setup because you're going to get the Dallas Cowboys with maybe Ben DiNucci as quarterback. That's an easy victory. Then you move it forward, you get a bye week. Then you play the Giants again, which we beat the Giants every year since 1955, every single time. So the Eagles will have that nice little plane for the rest of the year where they can lose every game outside of the division and just handle the division and win it, the division games.
Yeah, I don't disagree. The whole division is trash. I guess the team I'm rooting for the team that can't even give themselves a name because I kind of like Ron Rivera and I actually do like the Washington.
You don't like the Redskins. You don't like the Redskins. No, nobody likes the Redskins.
I'm a 49ers fan. I don't like any of the teams. Especially
Paul
the Eagles
Allen,
and the Cowboys. But
you can't like the Redskins.
Oh God,
their owner's not a good person. I mean, I know Jerry Jones.
None of the owners are good people. None of them. They're all the worst.
He's the worst. Like
Paul Allen's really bad.
Snyder, Jones, Jeffrey Lurie, or whatever the hell is Dan Luria, and they're all terrible people. God awful. The NFC East. I hate the NFC East because guess what? Every week on primetime, what do we have to watch? The NFC East. If you live in a smaller market and it's the 4:00 game, we got to watch the Giants versus the Raiders. Or we got to watch.
We got all the rings, though. We got all the rings.
Can we just go just on this game?
Donnie.
Jared Goff has had 3 passes. The man has been wide open, and I mean 10 yards wide open, and he's thrown it 4 or 5 yards the other way, and like nowhere near. Then 2 plays ago, he throws the ball nowhere near his man, and the Castigo comes in, the flag. What happened to the non-catchable pass?
No, they got rid of it.
I think they grabbed them before that. But it's an interesting point you bring up, Flash. You're talking about some of the very best scripters. Kyle Shanahan, you saw him yesterday again, boop, boop, right down the field, scripted plays. And now you got the first scripted plays coming from McVay. They go right up and down the field. Andy Reid, the same exact way. It's amazing. Why can't you just script all 60 plays, and just go up and down the field?
But he's not hitting them scripted plays because they're running their routes. And the lad is in 15 yards of space before he picks up the ball or catches the ball. And he misses his target by 5 to 7 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, wait until the Bears start getting a bit of penetration because at the moment, they've been running up blind alleys.
Yeah. Third and 4 here, 8:36 to go in the first quarter. So again, no points here over the first.
Bring pressure.
Wait a second. So you're telling me I'm at the same minute marker as you guys?
Well, yeah, because the clock's been stopped for 3 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I was like, wait, what the hell is going on here? Because all of a sudden now I'm seeing what's going on. And by the way, can we talk about that beautiful hat on Flash?
You like this?
Oh, it looks great.
You
look amazing.
There, son. You cannot run in there. Wow, what a bad call. What a bad call that was.
Damn it. As long as the Rams are up by single digits, I don't give a damn what happens.
They moved the ball, and then all of a sudden, they're sort of, you watch this. The blocking was non-existent. They had 7-on-1.
Oh, thank you, NO, in the chat box. Seahawks just scored. Ooh, this is going to overtime then, huh?
He's in.
Very good. Let's see what happens here in overtime.
Yep.
I can't wait for that.
All
That's
right,
funny.
the three-man motion rest again. I want to thank Junior Brown for joining us here for the pregame, hanging out through most of the first quarter here. Got some interesting guests that we might be able to make an appearance here at halftime, but I don't want to give it away yet unless you're following the Twitter tweets. But That gentleman seems to be having some internet issues that we hope get cleared up in time. So we won't give anything away. And we'll have some fun with the Monday Night Football crew. It is a commercial, waiting for some of these live lines to come up. But if you are an under better, which we were saying under, looks like a decent one now here for us. So no scoring. You get that good punt down. You see both of these teams settle in. Looks like we're going to have a pretty close football game all the way through, which would be nice. Matt Lawrence, I'm sitting on the under 44.5. Wish me luck. You always need luck. This game could be 3-0 at the end of the third quarter. You might not have that under wrapped up yet.
Didn't we see that in the what was it, the Tampa Bay Chicago game where the Bears scored like 14 points in the last like 2 minutes of the half? Wasn't it something like that? It was really, really quick, and that's how the
How about really quick yesterday, Kyle, in that Cleveland? What do we have? 5 touchdown passes in the fourth quarter?
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. So first of all, you want to talk about kickers? You want to talk about kickers because
no,
Cody.
Oh, you mean the Bills kicker that cost me?
No.
Oh my God! What is the deal with the Bills? The Bills don't even punt. They score 18 points. Get that out of here.
Yeah, 6 field goals. They're just a joke.
Jesus.
Let's talk about Cody Parkey. So you're on Cleveland -3, -3.5 the entire damn week. And I've been burned by Joe Burrow twice this year. So then Baker Mayfield gets it done. Touchdown. Down by 3. Boom. They hit the touchdown. All this son of a bitch Cody Parkey has to do is make an extra point.
Nope.
My 8-pick parlay for just massive juice.
$3.22. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, I bet half a penny to win $3.22.
So
this son of a bitch comes out and misses an extra point, which just ruined everything. I mean, just absolutely everything. And I normally do buy the half point down. I didn't think I would need to for that pathetic Cincinnati Bengals.
That's not the way you're supposed to lose. Like nobody should lose because they goddamn extra point at the end of the game.
I want the petition. All kickers eliminated forever. I hate all kickers. But then I ended up loving kickers because Gostkowski missed that kick. So it made me right in our little 50-50 Steelers-Titans bet between Donnie and I. But
why are we down
in Atlanta? Yeah, 22-22 down in Atlanta, right? They scored the touchdown. They celebrate 15. It's like a 50-yard extra point. Like, to win the game? What kind of sport are we playing? And he made it.
AP, no, I didn't wager. No book in the world allows you to wager 3 cents. I need you to understand sarcasm for this. It's very important to do that.
Candy Crush. He bet on Candy Crush.
Yeah, I bet on Candy Crush. No, I am so pissed at Cody Parkey right now. I swear to God, he's in my Andy Dalton primetime thing. If I saw him on the side of the road, kids crying, snow building up, icicles building up, guess what? You're staying on the side of the road. I don't care about you or your entire family. How dare you miss that extra point?
In that jacket, then, no?
Yeah, that's why I wore the jacket to stay warm tonight because my blood is cold. I'm cold-blooded tonight, and I hate kickers. I hate kickers. And by the way, you might hate kickers tonight because Sam Sloman, the kicker for the Rams.
Sloman Shield? Yeah.
Yeah, he historically kicks the ball low. You might see an missed extra point tonight. And the Bears fans know if you need a kick late, you're relying on Cairo Santos. Good bleeping luck. These are 2 bad kickers tonight.
Kickers having a rough guy. But last night, Arizona looks like they're going to lock it up before OT. Made it nice and easy in the dome at home. Just shanked the hell out of that second kick.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we seeing so many kicks missed? I mean, growing up, I was like, I never saw one missed ever. I was like, oh yeah, that's okay, no problem at all.
It's Dave Mason. Dave Mason's going to be our guest tomorrow. I feel like Dave Mason is calling and saying, if you don't miss this kick so that the public money on Cleveland loses, you're all in trouble. I'm going to ask him about that tomorrow and be like, it's your fault that Cody Parkey missed that extra point, isn't it, Dave? I feel like it is.
You just watch it because if you're an over guy or a team total guy, it's so deflating too. Like even to get a touchdown, like all right, I need like another field goal, and he misses the extra point. Like God, I need a touchdown now. Or even if he misses it, like I need another scoring drive because this idiot missed a 30, whatever yard field. It should be automatic anyway, but it's just not.
The NFL's whole idea of changing up the field goal rules,
ridiculous
distance. How is this good for the game? Really,
I don't know. I thought we were getting rid of like kicking as being the biggest part of the game, and they just made it even more. Because I think their thing was, well, then everybody's going to go for 2 more, and then they still do the numbers and say, well, it still makes extra points make more sense than going for 2, and just backfired right in the face.
Yeah, no, it sucks. I couldn't believe it. Like I literally was telling my buddy, he's like, hey, I need a Giovanni Bernard touchdown here at the end for my DFS lineup. I'm like, dude, I got Cleveland -3.5. I don't want any of that. And then, it happens. I'm like, okay, at least it was your guy. Gio Bernard got the touchdown. Then the Browns get the touchdown, and he texts me. He's like, hey, man, we both got to win. And I'm like, did we? Because did you not see the missed extra point? Damn it. I mean, it just absolutely, it's
I want to ask you guys, I need a hot take from someone. Are we believing the hype on Baker Mayfield because he beat the Bengals?
No. Yeah, he's 5-1. He's Junior. He's 5-1 against the Bengals. How about that?
Well, it's tough to believe in him now with
Yeah.
OBJ out. So now what we're throwing?
I actually think it makes him a better team. I was always under the impression that he can't survive with a guy that says, hey, who wants a wide receiver that you have to get involved with? Hey, regardless if hey, look at this guy's open over here, but I got to get Odell Beckham the ball because he's going to flip out on the sideline. I actually think it'll be better. Once you get Nick Chubb back, lean on that offensive line, lean on running game. He torched it. When Odell Beckham basically went out on the first play of the game for them, Baker was awesome after that. Awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be tough because even though I agree OBJ's a bad teammate, do you really want to be relying on Rashard Higgins?
I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Cleveland Browns have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, and they should just run it down your throat, so that they can get some play action going with Baker. Because I really don't think Baker's as good as he. Like when he's good, he looks amazing, but he's not that good, and I'm going to tell you why. He's like. You know who he reminds me of, and I know this is going to seem like a stupid comparison because Bo Nix is still a very young guy, but Bo Nix for Auburn in college football, he has a ton of talent, but he'll pass up wide open guys trying to make a spectacular play. I feel like when you watch, like, pay attention to how much you see Baker Mayfield just leave the pocket. When he's in a clean pocket, he's like, you know what, I'm just going to start running around and try to gun it down the field when there's a wide open guy like 10 yards down, 10 yards away where we can get a first down. I just think that his decision making is just not great. Even the touchdowns that he's thrown, like the game winning touchdown yesterday. If the DB turns around literally a split second earlier, he slaps that out of the air, intercepts it. Like the margin for errors, and I'm pretty sure he threw a similar pass that did get intercepted in that game, didn't he? Or am I imagining that?
The first he was 0 for his first 5 and then lit it up. But your point is right, because when you look at the statistics, his passer rating under pressure, meaning like somebody can get in his face, is like a 35 or 40. When he's not pressured, it's like 110. Like he is really a front running quarterback. But you're right. You look at the game like, man, he was really good yesterday. Keep in mind, everybody is that good against the Bengals. So.
And one thing I want to say about the Bengals, even though I'm saying they're absolute garbage, I think Joe Burrow's the real deal, though. Like I think Joe Burrow is better than Baker Mayfield. I swear to God. I think if Baker Mayfield played for the Bengals, he'd be dead already because that offensive line is so horrible, and Joe Burrow's still able to go out and kind of make things happen despite that offensive line because he looks like he's going to get killed.
Yeah, no,
he's so good.
And then you got to think about the Bengals yesterday. That was without Joe Mixon, who's been a Browns killer. So they're doing that with Giovanni Bernard, but they do have good wide receivers, Higgins and, AJ Green and Tyler.
Boyd's been amazing, man. That guy's number 1 now. Yeah.
AJ Green was amazing at 4,300 on DraftKings yesterday, 15.5 points. That's 5 times value. You'll take that in every NFL slate you can get. I think I scored a 242 in my main DraftKings lineup, and a lot of that was because of the value I got from AJ Green. But Joe Burrow, I've bet against him twice now against the Browns, and both times he's burned me, and this time it was because of Cody bleeping Parkey. I hate you, Cody Parkey.
What about Justin Gilbert? He is absolutely lighting it up.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
these young kids, man, are really playing ball. Now you just need Tua to step up. We'll see what he's got.
Oh man. Okay, am I wrong so I'm super excited for Tua. I love left-handed quarterbacks. That broke my heart. I almost wanted to cry when I saw that how brokenhearted Ryan
He's an idiot.
Fitzpatrick. He's a good guy. Ryan Fitzpatrick's a good guy.
I love but you got to look at Fitzpatrick for what it is, though. Dude's been in the league like 20 years, and he's shocked that they drafted a guy in the top 5. They're 3-3, and he lost his job. Nobody told him, and they all say, "Hey, look, we drafted this guy to take your job." He should be happy, like, dude. I got 5 years left to be a backup. I love this. Go Tua. I'm going to preserve myself, go home to my wife and kids, hit the clubs, wear all my chains and my glasses, and be in the league 5 more years. He should love that move.
If he's upset, he might already have CTE because there's no way that no way that he thought, no matter what, I'm going to see this thing through because I have the best shot of taking them where? Where are you taking them? You're not taking them anywhere Tua can't take them, so you might as well just see what you have in Tua.
Dude had like 15 plus years in the NFL to take a team somewhere. He never has. Now he's at a 3-3 Dolphins team, fresh off of beating the Jets. And I'm going to make a run somewhere, dude. You're running home. Run to get that paycheck and love it.
Not just fresh off beating the Jets and blowing them out and making it look easy.
You're going to let him roll out.
You beat the defending NFC champion 49ers on the road, 43-17. He's playing the best. He's the number 7 rated quarterback in the NFL. The number 7 rated. You don't think you deserve at least one more week? But you have to look for but I know what the point you're bringing up is. But the Dolphins as an organization, it makes 0 sense for him to be playing football. He's not your future. You're not winning anything now. Let that young kid spin. Let him get that experience. And I love the fact that they did it where the Dolphins are quote unquote still in it because you get a little bit of pressure for Tua, and that's good to see if he's going to bend or break. But the fact that Fitzpatrick's going to run out the string and go 8-8 does nothing for the Dolphins. Nothing. Heartless bastard. That's what I'm going to say, folks. They're heartless bastards. They care nothing about a very nice man in Ryan Fitzpatrick, even though I'm so excited for Tua. So I'm split. I love left-handed quarterbacks.
But don't disrespect your 49ers, though. Yeah, they beat your 49ers, but who was the quarterback in that game?
Well, it was Jimmy G for a little bit, and then
and then it was nobody. So.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that Jimmy G is that much better than CJ Beathard, and trust me,
yes, he is. He really is.
I don't know.
CJ Beathard. Always moaning, you 49ers fans. Always moaning.
Kyle, you guys won again and got more injured yesterday. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's all that happens. We're holding on for dear life. We're going to be the team. That's why I was bagging on the NFC East, by the way. I know my 49ers are going to be the team that misses the playoffs because the freaking the 5-11, 5-10-1 Eagles have to make the playoffs, and I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to be pissed off about it.
That's all right. We'll have you on here, and they're all about it.
Yeah,
I'm going to be really salty about it, but I do feel bad about Ryan Fitzpatrick. I don't know why. It's just something, he's not like my favorite player ever, but it's like, man, this guy is actually having this rejuvenating career year, 7th overall in passer rating. The Dolphins are legitimate. Tua comes in and completes 2 passes out of his end zone, and all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, screw. It's like, oh man. And then so the thing is you thought that he was on board, right? Because he's been saying Tua can do things that I can't do, and I know I'm just a placeholder. So you thought he was on board, and then you find out, wait, he wasn't on board. Feels like it might be splitting that locker room a little bit, right? If you're a 3-3 Dolphins team, you've been an embarrassment in the league the last couple of years, and now you have a leader, you're winning games, and now you're like, oh, shit, now you're going to the young guy. Kind of splits the locker room. And how about Josh Reynolds? There we go, baby. Getting in that end zone.
Yeah, by the way, 7-0 Rams, -13 is the current live. -13 is the live line. How about that? Over-under now jumps up to 52.5. Go ahead, Junior.
No, I just think the football gods are listening to you right now and thinking to themselves, oh, so you don't think that Fitzpatrick is going to throw 6 picks in his next 4 games or some nonsense like that, because that's always around the corner with him, and that's the actual problem. You know what I mean?
You should be looking at that like, I just got benched and you're going to take on Aaron Donald. Good for you, kid. Get in there.
And I do think that was part of it, right? Like but Ryan Fitzpatrick's been pretty mobile as well. You know, he's not.
I like Fitz. Like he as a placeholder quarterback, they made the right move because he's a great locker room guy. They all like him, and he's going to run a functional offense. The one guy that I would be pissed, like Devontae Parker, should be pissed because when you have a quarterback that doesn't care if you're double covered and gives you a chance, wide receivers love that. Now you don't know what you're going to get out of rookie quarterback. Hey, I was open on this play. He didn't see that. There's going to be a lot of growing pains, but for the Dolphins' overall organization, you had to make that move, and especially if you're the Dolphins looking around like, look. Justin Herbert is spinning out here. Joe Burrow is spinning out here. Why is our guy just on the sideline right here? We got to get him some game time. Because I do think Tua is a good quarterback.
Me too. I'm excited. I'm super excited for Tua. I love left-handed quarterbacks. We've talked about this, 4 or 5 weeks. The last, 2 left-handed touchdown passes were by wide receivers, Des Bryant and Jarvis Landry. I'm a big Steve Young fan. I love left-handed quarterbacks. I'm stoked for Tua, but man, it's like, man, late 30s, mid 30s, it's like almost midlife crisis time. Like, let the guy have his joy ride out. Like, he did. He played for like 8, 9, 10 teams. That guy's been joy riding his whole career. Make him throw the 6 picks first and then put in Tua. Let him enjoy the wins. He won his last 2 games like 67-13, and you're like, oh yeah, by the way, you're benched. That's like starting a point guard and getting a triple-double. That's like them benching Luka and saying, you know what? It's JJ Barea time. Get the hell out of here.
It was 41, I would say. See ya.
I think they're thinking, this guy needs to stop winning so many effing games. Like, what's he doing? That's what they're thinking.
They have the Texans' first and second round pick. They have they don't even have – they could keep winning and still get – a top 5 first and second round pick from the Houston Texans. They don't have to lose.
The AFC is a Kansas City Chiefs world, and everyone else is still living in it. So, unless they figure that, right now they're chasing the Bills. They're chasing the Patriots. They're not chasing. No one's chasing the Jets.
No, they're not chasing the Patriots. They're not chasing. They're ahead of the Patriots now. The Patriots are garbage.
Are they though?
Yeah. No. The Patriots are 2-4 now, right?
Yeah, I know, but he's talking about stature. You know what I mean?
Who do you think's better, the Dolphins or the Patriots, Flash?
I mean, today.
Oh, the Patriots over the course of that. That the Patriots will be above them in the division come the end.
I don't think so. I don't think
so.
so.
You think the Dolphins are going to finish with a better record than the Patriots? I don't think so.
I think the Dolphins will finish with a better. I think the Patriots
are with 2. I don't think with 2. I mean,
I
really
personally say that there's more chance of the Patriots making the playoffs than the 49ers.
Oh, how dare you! How dare you! And he's right. And damn it, the damn NFC East, you're probably right. But no, I think Brian Flores really has that team humming. I don't think Brian Flores, even though it's weird, Brian Flores is a fantastic coach. I don't think Belichick cares that much this year. I mean, does it seem like the Patriots care? Does it seem like they care?
I think he always cares. I think he's insane.
Really?
I think he cares.
I mean,
I don't think Cam is playing bad on purpose. I just think that if you're hurt and you just don't play football for a long time, you're going to come back rusty. And exactly, literally, I was saying this the other day to somebody. I think I even wrote it in an article for SBR. Cam Newton's like the fastest skill player they have. When your quarterback like that just and he's on the wrong side of his career. He's not even prime Cam Newton, so that's a massive problem.
Yeah, see, them. I agree with that, and I can take that into other sports because when you have an elite athlete at like the top level, they are a couple of yards ahead. And you only need to be half a yard out in the NFL. So if you've got someone who's thinking it goes and it knocks. It's a knock-on effect. It goes absolutely bonkers. So there's a lot to be said for that. He probably needs to slow himself down and maybe get some deliberate plays because at the moment he's thinking ahead and he's just coughing the ball up all the time. Yeah. Whereas remember, this has been a machine for the last 19 years. I mean, I could tell you the plays. I could tell you the plays they were going to run as soon as I see the setup. So imagine what they're like when they do it every minute of every day.
Yeah.
It's
Bears
crazy.
are moving the ball here, guys. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to I don't know about the red zone offense. I actually don't have those stats in front of me, but
they'll run the clock down, Junior.
Over under. I still got the 13 as a. I don't know if this is updated.
I'm rooting for a field goal, even a touchdown. I just want a single-digit lead at the half. That's all I really care about, and I think it will be. Yeah. Touching on the Patriots thing, the problem is like Josh McDaniels has been used to coaching Brady, Belichick as well. Cam Newton is not an accurate timing type passer. So they just haven't been able to adjust to the fact that, listen, if the run pass option doesn't work, they're going to be behind the chains. He can't hit a timing route to Julian Edelman. He doesn't have any big playmakers on the outside. N'Keal Harry, their first round pick from last year is I mean, you're watching him try to squeak balls into Jacoby Myers, the preseason all-star from 2 years ago. I'm sorry. I think the Patriots don't get more than 5 wins this year. The 49ers have a much better chance of making the playoffs than the New England Patriots. That is ridiculous.
Still none. But the big thing is with Cam Newton is he's a broken play quarterback. This is not a broken play setup. So, I mean, apart from Edelman, he's the only one I've ever seen because, I mean, you could hold on maybe one or two hands the amount of broken plays you saw Brady execute. Yeah. He'd throw it away. Rather than try and extend the play, he would throw it away. We'll start again. Robotic. So robotic. It was great.
Live line Rams -8.5 with Chicago driving here. And again, that Nick Foles balloon ball that we saw gives your guys a chance. That was a big play on that drive. So
I thought you was going to pull up the on the kickoff return. He took it 5-6 yards inside the end zone and ran it to about the 18.
Yeah, he'd be fired. Yeah, he'd be fired. He wouldn't have made it to halftime. My football.
He didn't even get up to full speed.
He'd flash in the NFL. I wouldn't even have a punt return team. We'd all line up inside. The ball would snap. The punt would go away. Nobody on my team would move, and I'd fair catch every single ball. So there'd be no penalties.
And then you're off on the 25 yards. You think to yourself, he's gone to the 18. He took it 6 yards. So he's basically 24 yards.
Fireable.
But he's given up 7.
Fired. Yep. Yeah. You leave the end zone, you're fired.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm going to have to leave in a minute, boys, for like a few minutes because I've got to put the little fella to bed.
There you go.
Tomorrow.
We got the over-under at 1.5 bananas.
All right, let me come back because obviously we're on a break.
Come back with the banana. And of course, I'm drinking my whiskey in the chat. Of course.
Sure.
You think I do a 4-hour Monday night show without being able to smoke without whiskey? Get the hell out of here. Of course I do. I mean, that's ridiculous. So, Junior, what do you think the chances are, since you are NBA expert in the room, that the NBA actually starts around December? What was it? December 21st or whatever? Yeah, around Christmas with a 72-game schedule. Any chance that happens?
A couple reasons that it should happen. First of all, they want no parts of the NFL, which they learned in the playoffs. Yeah. So they're going to want to finish before the NFL gets started. And, you know, I think actually more than anything else, that's really why they want to get started so soon. They just want to make sure. I think that Silver would prefer that the season starts around December because, again, they get to kind of avoid the NFL in the sense that nobody really cares about the first couple of NBA games. It's an 82-game season, right? So you're not really going head-to-head with the NFL, and then you get to finish before the season starts. So you kind of avoid that conflict, whereas, you know, the Super Bowl is only about – the Super Bowl is like right around All-Star game. Not to say that those two things conflict, but everybody's attention is on the NFL until after the Super Bowl. So – the later you start, I think the better it is for the NBA. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to stick to the schedule forever if they could.
It should be. You're so right on, Junior. You get lost, and it's the same. Hockey is so far down the rung, but they're just going to play the way it is. But why even compete with it? Because we always joke, you know, even being in the industry, the eyeballs turn. Like Christmas Day to me is the start of the NBA season. Yep. It's a spectacle. It's games all day long. It's big matchups. You get excited for it, and then it starts. Like, Halloween, November, Thanksgiving, like all that gets lost in the wash because you're right, it is a long season. It's genius to start on Christmas and then roll right through the summer where baseball is baseball. It's that white noise. You dominate the summer. The kids will be out of school. Everybody's going to be watching all those West Coast games. You can fill up the arenas. It's awesome. Like if the NBA had its championship in August, it would be massive.
It's a no-brainer for sure.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's the first game that I cover the NBA and do the DFS stuff. But I'm like, oh god damn it! I just want Christmas to roll around where the games start to matter. Gonna be kind of interesting. And what do you think about Houston's GM being gone? Some trade rumors for Chris Paul. I'm really interested now. I'm starting to get into NBA mode now that I know we're a couple months away and it actually might start at Christmas time, which I think it starts. What do we think? What are we looking at? We got this boring Cairo Santos field goal going.
Well, did you hear about this new trade rumor? Paul George to the Nets?
Oh, boy. Are they getting rid of Kyrie Irving because no one wants Kyrie anymore? Because he's the biggest dumbass in the NFL? God, Kyrie Irving's an idiot.
I'm a stubborn kind of guy, and I don't care that Kyrie's a weirdo. He's just a good basketball player. I think that the Boston stuff was a bit overblown in the sense that Jason Tatum and Kyrie are pretty close. I know that they kind of have to be the Duke thing. They spend a lot of time together, but I think it's really Jaylen Brown and dude that went to the Hornets. I can't remember his name right. Terry Rozier. It's really them that had a problem with him. He's just good. And if I think Paul George, I don't see him leaving Los Angeles. Why would he? I know he's a free agent, I think, next year because his deal is pretty damn short. First of all, let me just start from
let's start with playoff P, right? Paul George, Mr. Clutch himself.
If you're the Clippers, you put too much into this to just be like, okay, we're letting Paul George walk, and if he walks, because the rumor is that Paul George goes to the Nets, and somehow James Harden goes to the Clippers. I don't have the trade in front of me, but go on Twitter. You'll see it. It's up there. Someone's talking about this right now. I read it like literally right before we went on. I just didn't have a chance to read the details.
Sure.
I think Houston is probably more likely to blow up their team because what they're doing is not sustainable. I think you've allowed James Harden to basically rewrite the record books in terms of usage rating, which is just a completely different way of saying be the biggest hog of all time. I just don't like watching that kind of basketball. Now, they could have won a couple of years ago when they lost in the conference finals when Chris Paul got hurt. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. They didn't.
So close.
I think the GM was gone no matter what after the Hong Kong thing. He said he left, but he was gone no matter what. The owner's not even really a fan. So that whole situation, they just need to reset, to hit the reset button and start over because I don't think the Harden Westbrook thing is going to win you a title.
No, it was weird, right? Because Russell Westbrook basically turned into their center. He and PJ Tucker, like Russell Westbrook on the offensive end was actually playing center for a lot of the time. It didn't make any sense. It made
By the way,
sense.
I'm glad you just said that because there's this notion that big men don't matter and blah blah blah. But size still matters in basketball. The Lakers won because of the size that they have. You still need an element of size in that sport. You can't just be like, oh, we're going to play all small ball and win. That's not going to work. Like even the Golden State Warriors, always had a rim running five, a guy who couldn't really score but could catch alley-oops. Block
Andrew Bogut. Andrew Bogut was their guy in those championship runs, right?
You can't tell me that big men don't have a place in that sport. It doesn't make any sense because, not to get into a whole NBA thing right now, but there's never been a best player on a championship team under 6'6", other than who? Isaiah Thomas, maybe is the only guy ever. Every guy is 6'6" or bigger.
I mean, you could
Curry-
argue Chauncey Billups, who's like 6'4". He was probably the best player on that Pistons team that beat the Lakers. I know they have Rasheed Wallace, etc., but you could probably argue Chauncey Billups at 6'4".
And that's a reach, right? Like that.
It's
Like
a reach. It's a reach. Yeah,
it's a reach in this sense. He's literally, and I kind of want to hear the other guy's opinion on this. I know you guys are watching the game. Chauncey Billups is probably the worst Finals MVP of all time.
Andre
And
Iguodala. Andre Iguodala.
Okay,
Right?
sorry. Because Andre Iguodala is the worst. He's obviously the worst. And that's not saying he's bad. But I'm just saying if you just
And he
look at the
shouldn't
list-
have won it. Steph Curry should have won it. He averaged like 29, and it should have been Steph Curry's, but Iguodala hit some big shots. But I do get what you're saying. Like you need size does matter. Ladies say it doesn't. And that's why I cut every ruler in my house starts at 4. That's a fact. I cut them off right at 4. Like you're gonna lie to me. That's a fact.
Can we just say about this game with the Bears are struggling to penetrate?
Yes, you're going to Rams, Flash. Let's go, Rams.
There we go.
They're just struggling to penetrate, and they're very off on the corners.
And where the hell's Cooper Kupp? Let's go. 1 catch for 11 ain't doing it for me so far.
I like this. Malcolm Brown was 3,400 on DraftKings. I put him in every lineup. This is what they're going to do because you got to out physical the Bears.
But they're not getting close enough to anyone on the whole field.
Yeah, they got to go to the line, Rams.
Yep. Yeah, they do. When Whitworth is healthy, they have a better offensive line. The Bears, Daniels, their best offensive lineman is out, went to IR. So it's going to be a close game. Looking good for the under, early on, I would say. And I love the NBA talk. Damn, we should probably just do an NBA show, Junior. We'll just do like NBA
surprise teams next year. Is it the Celtics are joint favorites? Is it the Boston Celtics joint favorites next year? Is it too early, Junior?
The Celtics. Are you asking me to make a case for the Celtics?
Yes.
The Celtics lack the size to win an NBA championship. They actually fell for the okie doke that I'm talking about. Daniel Tice is okay, but when that's like your only big man.
Well, Enes Kanter. What about Enes Kanter?
I mean, Enes Kanter.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's a good offensive rebounder. I actually thought that they spent too long trying to get Robert Williams involved instead of going to Enes Kanter, he's a bad defender, but he's a big body.
Does he go for the 53-yarder here, Donnie? In the dome?
Not Sam Sloman.
53-yarder? Yeah, no kick it. 53.
Sam Sloman kicks it low. He's been blocked. Sam Sloman.
Yeah, they're on the 42.
Sloman's been blocked 3 times.
That's a 59-yarder. They ain't kicking that. That's a punt. Yeah, that's going to be a punt.
Sam Sloman can't do it. He's a low.
Good for baby.
It's I don't think it's going to happen. This is going to be
no, that's a punt. That's a punt.
At
59 yards. Yeah, 57 yards.
Oh my God! How bad is that?
Boom. There we go. Give me a good
Kanter
punt.
does play 5 minutes a game, but when they do play him more than that, he can offensive rebound and score from the post. But he's a bad defender.
Damn it.
Who, Kanter you're talking about?
Yeah, Kanter. Well, I was reading from the chat. They said Kanter plays 5 minutes a game. I'm like, not always. And when they do put him in, he's one of the better offensive rebounding centers in the league. He just sucks defensively and he commits fouls. But if you're running your second unit out and you need a guy to score from the post, you could do worse than Enes Kanter. I'll tell you that.
My live lines are coming up here slow on this one. Looks like 10.5, 43.5.
I mean, that third team was massive, Donnie, wasn't it? Obviously, we could be looking with egg on our face, but I mean, 13. We were thinking this is a 6-point ball game.
What we'll do when the NBA season starts, I hit up Jay Money already. I'm like, dude, I want to come on the NBA show, but he never messaged me back. So tell Jay.
And that tells you he don't want you on, doesn't he?
Yeah, he hates me.
Take a hint. On this show, damn it.
Yeah. Donnie hates me on this show too. I don't even know why I'm still employed.
First of all, I love you for calling him out. You call his ass out. But no, he messaged him again. He probably just didn't see your message.
No, I'm calling him out again.
He's a quiet guy. He doesn't go out much. He's a stay at home.
Oh yeah.
Make his plays kind of guy. So I'm sure he'd love to have you on.
I don't believe you one bit.
I don't know if SBR would want him on though. That's the thing.
Exactly.
You got to be thinking of SPR Junior. You know what I mean? It's not
SPR
Junior.
was waiting to send me the email to fire my dumbass. You know, I don't
He
know.
won't
anything.
answer it. It goes into his spam. People have been like saying to me, "Can you get hold of?" I said, "I don't want to get involved. Honestly, I don't want to get involved."
Thank you for that support, Flash. I think Donnie's been sending out the chain email. I'm sure you've gotten like, can we get someone else?
Yeah, Kyle's not on it.
Yeah. Do you know anyone?
Yeah. Do you know anybody that just knows how to speak the
Anyone.
English language? Like, just get him out
Doesn't have
there.
to, doesn't have to be English.
Yeah, you can speak Colombian. I'm not even sure what that is, but just go in here and just replace Kyle, please.
Okay, so we need a drive here. We need half a drive and then another punt.
We need a pick 6 here by the Rams. That's what
Just
Whoa,
reminded me
you're
that
the
when I was in
You're
Mexico.
on the under, Donnie.
I do like him.
What you just said reminded me of being in Mexico, Kyle. Someone's like, I was talking to the waiter in Spanish, and the lady's like, "Oh, you speak Mexican? That's amazing." I was like, "What?
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?"
Racist?
That was hilarious.
I'm going to put my fan on. Hold on, after the drive.
Hey, I like the banner in the back. Did you get a new banner this week, Flash?
Oh, I ironed it.
Oh, you ironed it. I see. Because last week it was.
It was very strong.
Yeah, honestly, it's like I don't know if you have Price Mart or Walmart. It's the same material you'd get out of one of them bags you'd take to the laundry. I mean, it's not like yours. Look, all nice and clothy and perfect. No.
I do the same thing to my laundry, but I make it smaller so I look buffer, because I'm getting old. So I have to make, like my arms look bigger and stuff. Like Donnie's wearing like an extra small right now. To
Extra
make his
medium.
Yeah, extra medium.
Triple XS.
That's the Phillip Rivers dad bod shirt.
Damn right, man. Damn right.
Oh, he's run 4 routes here. He just run straight, he would have been home.
Big missed shot right there by the Bears.
I know, but he ran. He checked 3 times. He just run straight. He'd have been gone.
Yep. Now hand it off and punt. That's what I want to see.
That's what I do too. That's what I do too.
Kenny and Drake out a couple weeks. That's not good for the Dolphins.
Well, it's not good for the Cardinals. Well, actually,
Yeah,
it
we're
is
the Dolphins. Yeah.
because Chase Edmonds gets to now be the running back, and Kenyon Drake has been an absolute joke. So now Edmonds gets to be the running back.
Yeah, that's not the Dolphins. Sorry, that's kind of
they're giving
funny.
him first and 10 here.
No. By the way, you're not dumb for saying that. He was traded from the Dolphins last year.
Right, I know.
Season, but
what are they doing, man? They're challenging the spot, and he is about half.
He's short.
half
Yeah, he should.
short.
They should challenge. I can't even believe they gave him that spot.
But would
No.
you ever challenge something for a half a yard? Like
Yes, that's
it.
the
Yeah,
ballback right there,
down.
bro. Yeah, I definitely would.
But do you think so? Would the Bears go for this?
He's short of that.
He didn't get it.
He
He did not get it.
No, 4th and half. Would they get it or they punt?
Oh, they punt. It's a close game. There's no way they wouldn't give up a free 3 points.
Oh, I love the Rams up by 4. It's going to be
Like if you're from a Bears perspective and you say, Flash, all right, let's go for it. And their quarterback sneak and get a half yard. They're at the 20-yard line. It's not like their quarterback sneaking and they're on the opposite 20-yard line.
No, I agree with that. But I mean, Riverboat Ron would go for it. Bill O'Brien would go for it.
By the way, Jalen Ramsey tackles like he is not a soft corner in any way, shape, or form. He's a real
He's an
deal,
anger
man.
guy out there.
He's got mental issues. Like he was trying to beat up his former brother-in-law because his brother-in-law was mad that he split on his girlfriend. Like Jalen Ramsey's a bad person, but I want him on my team.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that he picked up Golden Tate and slammed his ass on the ground.
But
I have no
family
problem
business.
with that. Yeah, I have
you
no.
do know it was Golden Tate's sister that he cheated on while she was pregnant with his kid, right?
Listen, I don't
Golden
want to be
Tate had
the
every right to be
misogynistic
angry.
guy. There's 2 sides to every story. I don't know what Golden Tate's sister did to Jalen Ramsey.
That's right. I love that, Judy. You know what?
I don't know what she did to him. So
Hey, after the show, we're gonna talk because I've had Golden Tate's sister do wrong things to me too. So I love that. We're gonna talk on the phone. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that because I agree, but I'm not allowed to say that because I'm always on the borderline of being fired after
True.
these
Yeah,
shows, you know.
You never. That's the great part about doing the show, Kyle. You never know if it's one of those memorable last times. So
That's it. And like, I remember this idiot we had on the show, you know, and
boy, those were the dark ages of SBR. We don't talk about those around the
dark
office.
ages. We were at 71,200. Now we're at 4.4 million once we got rid of this idiot.
How the hell did they get 3 strikes on their channel in one night? Hey, man.
Don't know.
Commercial break. Rams sit at -8.5. Over under is now 40.5. So I mean, I guess the pace is what we thought it would be, man. It was up to 52. Yeah, after the touchdown. Yeah.
It's going to be a single-digit Rams lead, and I'm going to be cashing my money, and I'm going to step aside and just leave for the whole second half. Oh, wow. D-Wade.
Nobody even fought back.
Yeah. Says, please don't ever let go of Kyle. Thanks for being classy. I appreciate that.
Who is that? You in the chat? Was that your burner in there?
He says,
R.I.P. Kyle.
Please rest in peace. He just wants me to die. God, that's dark. No one said that to me since my ex-wife, honest to God. And I know Flash doesn't like when I talk about her, but my goodness.
Who's that? You're a good lady.
We're going for this, Flash.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, he's been gone.
Oh my God, they give him a great. See, that's what I love about this.
Oh, flag. Is it full stop? Oh, no. They had a panic up, haven't they?
Hey, did you guys just see Zane Gonzalez make that game winner? That is fucking bleeping crazy.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Bleeping. I meant bleeping. Meant bleeping on that.
That's terrible, man. Good job, Rashad Coward.
Wow. Zane Gonzalez. What a leg. What a leg.
Football got to be the only sport where the center can pick up the football, move it 2 footballs up, so you have the first down before you snap the football. It's impressive.
I love that.
How about the biggest geezer in the whole of on the D has a twitch up? You can't believe it, can you?
False start, man. We used to, even in college and high school, I still get amazed where we would jump off sides probably 5 times a game because nobody would remember. Hey, guys, on 2. We're all going on 1. Just keep it going.
It's so funny.
Donnie.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I told you before the show that I was going to leave at kickoff, but I was having too much fun.
No, you're good. Like, we already wrote your we wrote your obituary when he left for a couple minutes. Like, hey, Junior's out of here. You don't like it? Oh, Junior's back. We love it, man.
Are you not going to stay for the second half? What's more important than hanging out with us?
I gotta head out. I gotta head out. Business to take care of. So it's. But I will be watching the game, and I'll have the show on in the background. Love what you guys do. I appreciate the invite always.
The invite is always there, brother. Enjoy the rest of your night, man. Thanks, Junior.
You too, man. Good luck, fellas.
Yeah, there we go. I love when Junior comes on. See, the good part about these shows, you never know where it goes. I mean, Flash and Kyle are talking golf. I'm ready to sleep. We're talking NBA.
Yeah, we just talk whatever the hell we want. I mean, we got like 4 hours to fill in, and it's a 7-3 game. Like, what the hell else are we supposed to talk about?
Rams got the ball, by the way, on their own 38. Kyle's probably just seeing the punt right now. So, Cooper. See, I needed that to be a pass. Was that a pop pass or a handoff?
Handoff.
Damn it.
It depends, but I do think we're in good shape for that over 21.5 completions for Goff. He had 8 in the first quarter, so we're in good shape there. And it's gonna be fun.
Playing out a lot like what I thought it would be as a Rams. Yeah. I'm not splashing the pot. I'm just going crazy here.
No, I'm still watching Ronald Jones score that rushing touchdown yesterday against the Raiders. I'm in the 4:00 game still. You know what I mean? So,
but I just thought the Rams matched up on defense like a perfect glove fit to stop the Bears because there's nothing explosive about the Bears offense. Nobody moves fast. Nobody.
Yeah, the Bears are probably one. We talked about the Packers being a bad 13-3 team last year. It kind of reminds me of the Bears. It's like, without Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly. I mean,
they just don't have it. Like they've gotten pretty lucky. You remember that week 1 game against the Lions, right? Swift, the rookie, just dropped the pass. Like every game we watch, the bucket.
Foles put a miracle out against Atlanta. They were dead in that game too.
I mean, the Bears, So if you're an NFC East team, right, and you get to host the Chicago Bears, so if you get the Eagles at home, 5-10-1 Eagles team against a 9-7 Bears team, wild card weekend, you're probably taking the Eagles.
Yeah,
you probably are. Honestly, you are. Like, I don't think the Bears are that good. I really don't. Who's the best player on the Chicago Bears? The best football player outside of Khalil Mack.
Outside of Khalil Mack. Defense is really good, but Foles matches up with a good defense because he's not going to be a dumb quarterback. So you say, hey, if I can get you to 21 points, we probably can win our fair share of football games. And that's what they're doing. They have no offense, none. Like, while we read the statistics before we started, they don't do anything on offense. There's nothing about their offense.
Just hang around.
Exactly.
Yep.
You can win some games in the NFL by just hanging around because there's so many bad football teams.
Yeah, and then you get into the second round, so you're like, okay, Seahawks in Seattle against the Bears. No, thank you. The Bears are going to get blown out. Yeah, like think about the good teams. 49ers versus the Bears, healthy. Nah, no thank you. Arizona versus the Bears, no thank you. Yeah. Saints.
I'll tell you the Bears that would match up nicely with would be
the Jets.
The Steelers.
Steelers would crush them.
That's a great game this weekend, though. The Ravens and the Steelers. I'm looking forward to that bad boy.
Hey, so what the hell do we do with this minus 19.5, minus 20 Chiefs and Jets? What in the hell do we do with that? I need your guys' opinion because I don't even know. I don't think I've ever seen that before in my life.
It goes back to what we fed on Miami back in the last year because they were starting to get 15 and 16. I thought it was always blind that you never ever lay more than 13 and a half on a professional football team.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you could be that's the old one of being 21 in front and they get a dog touchdown, 8 points, you 13.
Is it a free square? It's a free square, right? When you get 20 points, you just bet it, and if you lose it, it's a bad beat, but you should bet it, right?
You got to, yeah.
You got to bet the plus 20 or plus 19, right? You have to.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You have to.
Or you leave it alone. I mean,
or leave it alone. Yeah, you either bet it or leave it alone.
If Joe Flacco plays, then you bet the minus 20 and you cash your ticket in the second quarter. But if he doesn't,
I think you go heavy on the Chiefs props. I think that's what you do. All the attacking, all the offensive props. That's what you're going to.
I still can't believe that they covered last week because when you look at it again, when you can only look at statistics and say, "Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now: Buffalo's not going to punt in this game." You're like, "Oh, all right, 45-10." Like, really?
18. I'm so sick and tired of the
And
Buffalo
the best part about it, they scored a touchdown that got called back, and then they hit the tight end down the sideline, and he just falls down out of nowhere on a free run to the end zone, and they don't score there. And the kicker missed a couple field goals on top of it.
Wow.
Yeah, that missed field goal with like 8 minutes left was how you knew if you took the over, if you took the Bills to cover.
What was the margin?
It was 10.5, 10. But
it was the 13.5 to basically double digit. It went to 9 and even 9.5, but still that you didn't get the cover. He needed
but you would expect to be covering 9
because the Bills kicker missed a kick at 15. If he would have made that kick, the Bills probably would have tried to score the touchdown to cover that at the end. You would have got the 12 if you took the 10.5. The Bills have been very disappointing the last few weeks. And now we get an underwhelming Bills team against an underwhelming Patriots team, and it's -3. That I think that's the toughest game I've had to cap.
I went with the Patriots yesterday minus 2.5, but I also went under 45.
But you also have to remember that Flash is a Patriots fan and does never believe that they suck, and they suck. And they're cheaters.
I was surprised by that final score. And also I like the fact that, if you're a DFS guy, like a season-long guy, you start a guy who you thought might be a really good starting option. And at the end of the game, Kyle Shanahan goes, "Oh, yeah, we rested him today. So that was our game plan." Thanks,
Kyle.
Awesome.
Hey, how about Kyle Juszczyk and Jeff Wilson Jr.? There were two smart guys on a DFS video. We mentioned two guys on that.
Useful lad.
And that was absolutely amazing for our brand, by the way. People are just going crazy over that.
Juszczyk touchdown. As soon as I said, and it's funny because even when we brought it up, like, get the Twitter ready because it's coming. I'm just sitting back in my chair and I look, I'm like, that was Juszczyk.
Yeah.
Because because it's one of those, not one of those, I think Dalvin Cook's gonna have a big day. Just some fullback. Like I'm telling you, he's gonna score today.
Cordell Patterson's not running properly,
It's the best call that's ever happened on our show.
Cordell Patterson's not running properly.
He better start. He's got 3 catches already too, and no yards. Basically,
there's not been no yardages.
Jesus, I should have took the over on his catches. That's a catch.
I love this. Rams up by 7. Let's get a Bears field goal. Actually, I actually break even on a tie. I break even on a tie. I covered my tie base, but I think this is going to be the Rams by single digits. We're going to get a Bears field goal by Cairo Santos.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
And I'm making money on this. I'm super excited. Again, I'm telling you, the books make mistakes. You got to look for the mistakes, right? You have to. I don't know.
No.
I'm in on it. No, you're not supposed to look for the mistakes? God damn it. Donnie,
second and 4, 3, 4 to 5.
Donnie gets the free square for calling the Kyle Juszczyk tight end. I got so many tweets about that. What a great call. And then we talked about Jeff Wilson Jr. on the live show, and he got 3 touchdowns. Like, we look smart. We look smart, man.
It was crazy, man. They put it to him. I was surprised. Actually, I thought New England – I didn't bet the game, but I thought New England would actually win that game. Good Lord.
I was scared to bet it. No, that was
you're thinking Cam stunk, but it was COVID. He's got a week of practice. New England's going to right the ship. And, God, he was – like, it almost looked like – it's a shame because let's just say you put your money in New England, you watch Cam Newton, you're like, I didn't even have a chance. That's the worst feeling as a gambler. Like, I didn't even, participate in this game, and I lost.
Yeah. No, it's actually, I'd rather lose early than, missing an extra point at the end of it to lose it all. Like, I don't need the heart pain. I don't need the chest pains. I'm mid.
I was like that with the under 10 on Saturday night with the Dodgers and Rays.
Oh God,
I was cruising. It was like 3-1 or so, 2-1 in the fourth or something.
Yep.
I'm thinking under 10. I'm absolutely crushed.
Yeah.
And it went bonkers. In the end, I was like, I don't care if you hit it or not.
The only MLB I bet on the Dodgers in the playoffs is I wait if Clayton Kershaw pitches past the 6th inning. I'm taking the over on everything because he collapses.
Yeah, they got
in
him
the
out.
6th inning. I thought that was really smart that they took him out in the 6th inning because they saw the numbers. Like, look, this guy collapses in the postseason. This has actually reinvigorated Clayton Kershaw's career, right? Probably the best left-handed pitcher since
Carlton. I don't know.
Yeah.
Randy
Steve
Johnson, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but he's been terrible in the postseason. So
Bears are moving it.
Let's go, Bears. Go on. Just kick the field goal, by the way. Just kick the field goal. They're going to kick the field goal.
Cordell's in it running back. Let's go. Hand him the fucking football.
It'd be nice to see him explode onto one because at the moment, as you say, though, they're not explosive, are they? They're not explosive, the Bears.
Fucking darn out. No, they can't be, especially against this defense. So the Rams have been putting Jalen Ramsey in the slot, right? So he's not a shadow corner at this point. He's just kind of.
I think though, Cole, that when you've got a front or a defensive rush, use their own pace against themselves and come out, spin out, do your screens because everyone else has dropped. They're so eager to get to the quarterback that you just need to use their pace against them, and they're not doing that at the moment.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. But again, the Rams secondary is the strength of that defense.
So there's a gap. So this is what I'm saying. There's a gap, isn't there, between the secondary and the front 4 or 5?
The linebackers, exactly, and they need to use that. But I don't know that Matt Nagy is that good to do that. He can't scheme that well. So God, it's going to be tough. Even a tie, if there's a tie, I break even.
They're out of field goal range now.
Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good about my Rams single-digit first half deficit.
Yeah.
A field goal makes a lot of sense. Hopefully, Cairo Santos makes it. Actually, doesn't matter to me as long as the Rams don't give up a touchdown here. We're making money. And Matt Nagy is a joke. Matt Nagy's not a great coach. He's really not, in my opinion.
He's the product of getting a nasty defense and
Exactly.
letting ride.
Exactly.
Second and 14.
Yeah, they got like 4, didn't they? Maybe 6. 2-minute warning, 3rd and 8.
2-minute warning, big third down. I guess it's 2-down territory, depending on what you get on this next play.
Yeah.
Rams -8 over under 38.5. Any takers on the over at this point?
Remember, we did say we thought it might be like a 10-6 at the half.
Yeah. Everybody, that
13-7.
under 22 seemed great, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did.
I'm telling you, it was an easy bet. I just hedged all 3 of the single-digit bets, and I thought the Rams would be ahead, and that's what it is. You could have done it the other way too. I think.
Can you imagine?
And what about Josh Reynolds? Didn't we talk Josh Reynolds too?
Yeah.
I mean, touchdown. Come on.
But the one thing can you imagine if the Bears get a touchdown and go for 2? And they're up 11-10.
Oh, actually, oh my God, yeah, I would lose it all if they did that.
We're not cheering that though, mate.
No, that's not going to happen.
No.
That's
Okay,
not
what are you saying, my lad? Let's see if I can.
If they tie, I break even. I did a hedge bet where they break even, and that's just a mistake by the book, and that's why we talk about going to sportsbookreview.com, shopping the books, looking at those things, watching the shows, because that's the sort of things that we tell you guys about. You know, I'm the rookie on this thing. Imagine if you didn't watch us and you wouldn't know about those mistakes. And here we are. Yeah, Josh Reynolds already hit. Thank you.
How many has he had? Josh Reynolds.
I think he's at 33 yards, 30 some yards.
Oh,
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah, we over 2.5 catches plus 100.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Very easy one we talked about. Thank you, Justin Betts, for mentioning that in the chat, because a lot of people hate me on here. It's because of my receding hairline.
Yep, both.
Yeah, what about mine then? Mine have fucking packed up and gone on holiday. Look, my eyebrows are catching up with my head. Tell you what, I was tired this morning. Obviously, I did 5:30 till about 9:15 on Saturday. In the 5:30 in the morning, I did 6 o'clock till 10:10. The game finished last night because it went into overtime. And then this morning, I had to be in the office 7:15 to do the Champions League and Europa League. I had eyes like piss holes in the snow. Honest to God, I was sleepwalking. I was like, oh my God.
They're very demanding in those recording studios. They tell us that we need us to do everything. It's very, very tough.
Right, so it's 3rd and 10. Are they going to push it?
They don't score here. They ain't nobody scoring the rest of this half. Let's see.
Yeah, we're winning money this entire game.
Oh, he's trouble. Massive trouble. I think he's done that on purpose, hasn't he? Old Foles. They all came off the edge.
Oh, yeah. Josh Reynolds did hit the +3, by the way. He's 3 for 31 and a touchdown. So
you don't want this. You don't want this to. I tell you what, they're going to have like 1 minute 45 with timers out. Yeah, they could be up to it.
We hit it by halftime, so I could just leave the show, right? My picks are already worked. I don't have to be there.
Yeah.
Just get the hell
I got to
out of
ride
here.
this damn thing out. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Is 10 a winner for you?
Yeah, Ram squad.
Carl, is 10 a winner for you?
Is what?
10. If the Rams are up by 10.
Oh, that would kill me.
Rams ain't going to be up by 10. They're going to punt this ball down like the 5 with like 1 minute to go.
God. Sorry, that's my ESPN app. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, they ain't doing. They ain't scoring here. Rams ain't scoring here.
No. I just want the Rams by single. If Rams win by single digits, I am plus 850 or better.
Nice.
So I think that's a mistake by the book. They make the double digit odds in the half lower than the single digits. It doesn't make any sense to me. Especially when you got two good defensive teams in a low paced game, and now the Bears have the ball at two. Like even a tie was plus 750. It just doesn't make any sense. We're gonna get a Cairo Santos field goal or nothing.
I don't think the Rams should push this. I really don't.
And I'm gonna get
unless Cooper Kupp's making catches, then I think they should push it.
I'm getting a plus 850 at this, so I'm gonna win. Depending on the wager you put in, I'm winning no matter what. Just taking all three single digit scores.
Yeah, but if the Rams win by 10, you're finished.
If the Rams win by 10, yes, I lost. I lost all my bets.
I don't know why Rams should be taking this to the half. I don't know what they're doing.
You're up by 7, and the Rams are having a pop.
Yeah, with what? About a minute ago. I don't know how much they push it. See, again, that's where you don't trust. I don't trust Jared Goff.
They should have handed it off 3 times, went to the locker room.
Exactly. It could have been picked twice.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can go, and it's no surprise that, Vegas gets it done. So you got to, put your foot in the sand and hope it works out how it works out. If not, then, you lose. That's fine.
No. Yeah,
smart play.
Losing from this position. Yeah, but they take the time out. They are going for this, Donnie.
Yeah,
they
are going for it.
It's dumb.
Hey, at the half, I'm going to take 20 seconds to go use the
ladies.
The ladies' room.
Use the ladies' room. I'm not supposed to be in there, but I got some exceptions.
It's okay because if you're at home, you can be sure that it's free.
Yeah. But I do feel like the Rams are going to be up by 7 here. I don't think there's any points being scored in this drive. I really don't.
No, there's not. They should be at the half.
Yeah, and that's just going to be a big win for me.
Is it going to be like maybe 10.5?
So more importantly, the advice we gave at the beginning of the show, hedge, you're going to have a couple miss, but you're going to hit plus 900 on the other ones. So you won money, and you're welcome, chat room. Where's my boy Jimmy Stain telling me how stupid I am?
He lost all his money.
Yeah. He lost his money because he was fading
the cable. Oh, my good. Like, so what are the Rams even doing right now? I don't know what they're doing.
Crazy.
Hand the ball off. Yes. Just get to the half.
Yeah, wait, what the hell?
Coaches are so stupid sometimes.
He didn't even try to catch it. Watch the lad. Look, he just batted it.
Am I in danger? Should I have said nothing?
I don't think you're in danger as long as McVay wakes up and just hands the football.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Malcolm Brown. I love that for DraftKings, by the way.
No, he's having another go.
Oh, good Lord.
They're pressing it, Flash.
They're trying to cost me money, but again, we're going to win it again. These first half.
I have no idea what they're doing. Like, run the ball up the middle, make the beat. Yeah, but they're not going to be able to do anything with no timeouts. The Rams are running here, but just is idiocy, just stupidity by your head football coach. Like, you're in complete control of this game. Just get to the half. The Bears can't do anything, and you're just trying to give them points. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Good Lord, man.
I'm still trying
so many teams do this.
I don't know what's happening because I'm still watching the Dodgers get that. The Kershaw's walking off the mound right now.
Kershaw just got pulled. Yeah, standing up.
And I saw a lot of fans actually giving them grief about that. Kershaw gets smashed in postseason after the 6th inning. Take him out at 5 2/3. Save his legacy.
Goff's going to get picked at least once second half if he keeps throwing the ball like that.
I can't believe they're doing that. I just don't understand it with 30 seconds left.
Half time. It's a winner for you, Carl.
Thank you very much.
Winner.
Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back, gentlemen.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're on
my friends.
Take it on the clock. I'll be back real soon. 2. Let's see if we get this off. Look at that. I'm getting good at working the stuff behind the scenes.
We got some. Let's have a look at some early lines, then, shall we?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's have a look. Some early lines. Okay, let's see what we've got here. SBR, because that's where you want to be looking for the odds. SBR odds, NFL odds. What jumped out at you early on?
I thought it was interesting where you knew right away that Pittsburgh-Baltimore game. Saw it open up at 5.5. It's no surprise it's down to 3.5 at this point.
Yeah.
That's going to be a rock'em sock'em game. But it was interesting, Flash. The over-under opens up at 49, now goes to 46.
Right.
I think it's still a little bit too late. Anytime Steelers are involved, I know they have good defense, but they score.
I was looking then. I was just thinking the Titans opened up 3.5. It's at 6 now.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I think there's going to be some
caught my eye.
Stuff going down.
21.5 for the Chiefs. It's still at 2019.
Nope.
The Steelers and wow, that's a big 7 for that's now 3 and 5. 5 with Bovada -110. Do you think that's still sitting?
For who? For the Baltimore game?
Yeah. The Steelers +5. Down to 3.5 with everyone else. That's obviously just been late. They've just not they've not brought that up to date.
Yeah.
Rams and Miami total. Horrible games, isn't there? New Orleans. Yeah,
I actually like this week. I struggled a little bit with this week, finding a lot of plays that I really liked, but this week looks a little bit more advantageous.
Well, I'll take Eagles. I'll take the Eagles against the Cowboys. -3.5, -3.5. Bet online at -7. What's that all about?
What's your half? Let me see what this halftime line is in this game. 7.5. I can't understand these. These books are horrendous. Ever since Five Dimes went offline, Five Dimes was the easiest book to read by logging in, and now I just go to some of these junk ass books like DraftKings does sometimes, and I can't even find anything.
Yeah, you have to work your way around them.
Good Lord, man.
Let me have a look at the totals.
Second half looks like the Rams -1.5. Over under is 20.5.
So what? So they're 8.5. Are they 8.5 on the spread now?
Basically, yeah. Yep.
Wow. Yeah. But the thing is, it's a one-score game. Do you know what I mean? It's good. After the next play, it could be 10-10. Then what's it going to be?
Rams now hits 2.5, -121. I think the Rams win the second half too. I do.
If they win the second half, that's my game by 6. But the problem you've got with that is if they're actually going to be
-10 live line too.
If they go up, they're 7 up.
Yeah,
and they go up maybe up 10. They can get backdoor covered.
I don't think the Bears are doing much. I didn't think the under 17.5 for the Bears team total. I just didn't see anything out here. So I like the Rams again second half. I'll take that Rams second half too, on top of my 6.5 or -6. Anything, I think the Rams can get it done by another field goal in the second half. I do. The only problem would be, is you're right, if they got up 10 and they ended up scoring a late touchdown for no reason, but you're still looking at 2.5, so it shouldn't really matter.
No, just let's have a little butchers. I'm just looking here at some of these. I think totals might be the way to go this week.
I love totals, man.
You're always
heart attack if you're just taking sides. You see the way that some of those games finished yesterday? Good job. Oh. How about Buffalo and New England? You see that line opens up at 4. You got 3.5 at some spots here too.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the price. Total for New England Buffalo is 45.5. That's high.
Yeah, you're trying to figure. That's tough because the Bills' offense again should have put up way more points. 43 is low still for that game though. Flash. New England's got to do something, right? 20-mile-an-hour winds in that game though, and some drizzle. So there you go. Good luck with that thing. Yeah.
The market, not the weather.
Now Buffalo offense, huh? Not looking good against it. If you only score 18 points against the Jets, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's tough. That is tough.
We're looking at these halftime lines, Kyle. I like the Rams on anything under a field goal. I think the Rams win the second half too.
Yeah, the Rams look like the
over under 34 down to. Goosh.
Ooh, my goodness!
You get a nice little middle if you tried to get it advantageous on that.
Yep, I completely agree with that. I completely agree. So, what the hell do we do with this minus 19.5, minus 20? Kansas. Did you guys talk about that while I was gone?
No.
No.
So
we're just spitting on some of these big games.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting involved in that.
So this feels like Alabama versus Northeast Alabama State, right? Like, what the hell is that?
If the Jets have Darnold, which they should, and we'll see if Brett Perryman, who looked like he died on a concussion shot yesterday, but if Jamison Crowder comes back, you can't lay 20 points. I mean, look, we all think that it'll be like 28-0 at the half, and it very well might be, but unless they're just trading off pieces, I'm not taking anybody at 20 points.
Yeah, I it's probably a game I'm staying away from. Obviously, the only way you bet that's the underdog, right? And
it might be half by 14, but the Jets fought against the Bills, though, man. Jets had the lead. You know what I mean?
I was so mad at that entire game, but hey, a live chat. If you guys went and hedged those single-digit Rams lead, I'm very excited about that. That's what I like to see. We get lucky.
Squad.
We get lucky 2 weeks in a row on that little hedge bet. I like that. I do like that quite a bit. That's weird. It's weird to see a minus 20.
Yeah, on the weather out there. Let's see. It's clear, 48 degrees. So it's good weather out there too.
Boy, oh boy, the
Kansas City didn't even look good last week and won by a huge margin.
Yeah. And for Denver, is Drew Lock going to be back? Because he got
they said he's got to play no matter what.
Oh, okay.
That's the only way to do it. Second half pick, please. I like the Rams second half.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I don't see anything from the Bears that says, "Oh my God, the Bears are just going to be picking up first downs." I think the Bears' offense is functional against average defenses, but when you get an elite defense that can play, they ain't functional.
Yeah, and Sean McVay,
yeah,
he's a good schemer, and what you've been seeing from the Rams defense is they're not shadowing Jalen Ramsey anymore. They're actually throwing him in the slot a lot because that's where NFL teams like to go now, is in the slot. You don't see a lot of perimeter passing unless it's the Chiefs, etc. So teams are trying to go over the middle. So the Rams are going, okay, we'll take our best defensive player and we'll put him in the slot. And that's really taken away some of those big plays for the opposing defense. It's going to be tough sledding for the Bears in the second half.
Rams squad. I like the Rams. Like them all week. Need it for my pick six. Need it to close it out.
There we go. I was going to be 4-2 and was going to brag, but yeah, no. I think the over's 100% in play, which we talked about before the game.
Not a super exciting game unless you win money on it. So,
and Jared Goff's, I think, is going to hit that over 21.5 completions. I think that's pretty easy at this point.
What are some of these stats to hand? Let me take a look here. Goff 140, Nick Foles 121. Both have decent passer ratings, no turnovers. There haven't been any turnovers in the game, right?
Yeah, no turnovers in the game. And we got 14 completions by Jared Goff. We need over 21.5. So what? We need 8 completions in the second half. I think you get that in a 10-3 game.
15 yards. I need him to hit a dot over the middle. Cordell Patterson, if you'd have told me he had 3 catches already, I thought he already would have had his over, but 11 yards ain't doing it for me.
You're going to see more of that because look at David Montgomery, right? 7 carries, 19 yards. The running game's not working. They're coming from behind. So you're going to see more Cordell Patterson.
Yep.
And again, it's a good secondary for the Rams. So they're going to have to go to guys like Cordell Patterson. So I think that's still live. I think that's still pretty live. We hit the Josh Reynolds over 2.5 in the first half. Yep. My goodness, this broken clock. We're getting kind of lucky.
Right,
you know?
Yeah, right, twice a show.
Where's my biggest fan, Jimmy Stain, telling me how dumb I am? Where the hell is he? Tell me I'm an idiot. But it's always nice. He's actually really nice too. So it's not, in a world that's overcome with negativity and sorry, that's the ESPN. The ESPN app loves to blast those super loud commercials when you're trying to look at the box scores. It's so annoying. Like, this is the first year they've done that. But it is nice, in a world that's overcome by, inferiority complexes and jealousy and hatred, to see a guy like Jimmy Stain not take the low-hanging fruit and come out here and, be nice to us
Jimmy
guys.
Stain is Flash, that's why he's away from his
Yeah, that's right. Flash is blasting me on his burner account and letting me know how stupid I am.
One good thing about the NFL is at least at halftime isn't that long, man. Imagine doing like a full college game. Oh my God.
Those halftimes, I don't understand it in college.
That's tough.
It's weird. It is weird.
Are we still thinking that the Clemson Tigers win?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Of course.
Hells to the yeah.
Nice.
I can't believe the total is 33.5. Imagine that.
Well, so now, would you, if you had the 45, would you go over 33 and at the 12-point spread?
I would. I honestly would. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Because you figure it's going to open up a little bit in the second.
It's got to be, that they've both got form for chasing games, and that's the reason that I went for the 6 either way.
Yep. I think that's smart. I mean, there's lots of ways to hedge. That's why we do the show, right? Is like, hey, you can make money either way. Like, I lost on the 1-3 and the 4-6, but I hit the 7-9 and I still tripled, I still win. I mean, that's what you do, right? That you're never going to get 100% right. If you did, we wouldn't be sitting here right now, right? If we got 100% of our bets right.
Oh, exactly. 54% we need or something.
Yeah, 53, 54. You're fine with that, and we'd be sitting on an island somewhere laughing at everyone else.
Right? Just no stupid interceptions by Goff and.
The way he's throwing the ball, that there's going to be there should have been at least 2 picks already, but they've played the block rather than the catch.
Yep.
Yeah, he was in that spot you don't like him in. Like Shanahan would have been like, nope, we ain't throwing that ball.
Nope.
No, exactly. Run it now.
Yeah.
We break free. But we'll take the 7 points
from your own 10 with a minute left to go against a good defense. Come on, man.
And someone's got to have a word with Patterson because he hasn't got back. They haven't had starting field position of better than 20? Why have they not been on the 25 each time?
The third quarter.
Here we go. Tell me when they're kicking off, because I'm normally behind you.
All right. As soon as his leg hits the football, let's see.
Oh, hold on. I got to pull the game back up. What the hell happened here? Okay.
Got to get that AOL back up, man. What are you waiting
on? I'm hearing the
now.
Yeah, I'm about a little bit behind. Now.
Okay. So I'm the one pissing on the pots. Although there hasn't been any of that. There's been no action to it.
Flash, do you agree with him returning that kick?
No. I agree with you.
I don't understand. I don't. Like, I guess if you're like, hey, let's make a splash play, the coach and special teams, and it's boring if we just take a knee. I mean, my God. It's not hard. The ball doesn't. Leave it alone. Walk away.
Hey, so I hear there's a really handsome guy joining us for the show. Donnie, what's going on with that?
Donnie, we'll see. We'll see if he pops in and says hello. Popping. Right, instead of starting at the 25, they started at their 18. Smart.
Exactly. Exactly. I've been disappointed with the Bears front line so far. They've not got anywhere near him, really.
Yeah.
So, Flash, are we confident in Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Real confident. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm throwing that up right now.
Is it -110?
It's a coup. Let's go Cup. I need some Cup action. Foles is long to pick. Actually, Foles in there. What's Foles law? I forgot about that wager. Oh.
And hey, that was a good wager. Under 37.5, longest completion. So someone asked me, do you ever play?
Actually, they've done him again. They've done the flag again. Honest to God.
I actually lost that. I wasn't even paying attention. I lost it. Cole Kmet's play. 38 yards.
Good Lord. Good Lord. To Cole Kmet, too. That's a bad beat.
You said that, dude, because I just turned that on, and I'm like, wait a second. It's a good call by you. I was like, nobody really did anything. That's stupid. That flip play. Oh.
I didn't even notice it. That's a bad beat. Like to Cole Kmet, like the slowest dude on the entire field. Like, oh yeah, he got a 38-yard completion. That's garbage. That happens. Yeah.
The 2. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Pass interference. Offset. Oh my God. They've got him on 2, roughing the passer and passing.
No, you only get one of them. Yeah, you only.
I know, but he's got them on both. You know what I mean? 15 yards or 35.
It's a bigger one, I think, too.
Massive. He's throwing this from his own 10.
Oh,
and that's never been roughing the passer, by the way. Yesterday, I saw him getting how far up? Spot the foul. Full. Oh my God, that's soft.
Yeah, you can't land on him, but it is such a soft call. It really is.
That was a 30-yarder. That.
Yep. Coop Cup. Give him the yards. I wish they would just give him the yards, Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want one of those things, like I'm tired of NFL officials taking away my fantasy points.
Yeah, I'm tired of them getting involved. Let the boys play, man.
Oh,
it's a man's
Christ's
game.
Sake.
Coop Cup.
How about it's like the holding call on the opposite side of illegal formation. Do we need illegal formation anymore? Okay, sorry, the guy was 3 inches off the line of scrimmage. Who gives a damn? Nobody cares. That did not change the play in any way.
On what? What are you talking about?
Just on every play. Illegal formation or ineligible.
If there was no legal formation, where would you see New England would be just doing ridiculous stuff?
I think you should be allowed to line up in any bleeping formation you want to. You should be able to have 7 guys this side.
Who's eligible though?
It doesn't matter. They're all eligible. Everyone's eligible. Play defense. Shut the hell up. Nonsense. Get rid of illegal formation. No more holding calls. Ridiculous. Just get rid of the kickers. Let's have some damn fun with the National Football League. Illegal form. It's not like they're grossly lining up in illegal formation. It's like, the left tackle had his left toe 2 inches behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but
who gives a damn? No one gives a damn.
Who's eligible though?
I hate
lined
that.
up in the neutral zone. Did he say then?
I hate that shit.
Down.
And I hate the holding calls on the other side of the field.
He wasn't even lined up backwards, Flash. He was lined up forward. That's a
yeah. Let him turn backwards. Let him turn backwards and run the other way. Who gives a damn? And the holding calls, okay, we ran for 15 yards to the left. There's holding on the right wide receiver. Who gives a damn? No one cares. It didn't affect the play. Get the hell out of here. It's nonsense. Nonsense, in my opinion. Let them play. Let them play.
What the hell are they doing now?
Oh, honest to God, the Bears are just killing themselves. The Bears are killing. He was getting set. Honest to God, it's third.
That play is ridiculous to begin with anyway, and the offensive line really abuses that jump in. I'm going to touch your hat because I flinched because you moved. Like nobody's flinching there. That move by Whitworth right there or Havenstein is a smart move, but he's not flinching because he came across the line.
3rd and 2 now.
It is ridiculous, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't like that whole pointing to him like, oh, yeah.
And touch him on the head. Like, dude, you didn't come out of your stance because you have to touch him on his head. You know?
They come up with it.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Man.
Last 2 or 3.
Damn, he got lucky.
I'm telling you what, on the playground, you got beat up for doing something like that. You got beat up. Straight up. Like, you got beat up. Flash will tell you. You got beat up.
Havenstein just got his jeez.
So would this have been a fumble or just an incomplete pass? Because he went forward.
That's a fumble.
I think it is too.
They look at it, The Bears look like they've got a little bit more energy coming off the bit of movement.
You guys must be behind me because I watched that like 5 minutes ago.
Wow. Wow.
No,
Now they don't want to catch it. Inside on the 10-yard line, they don't want to catch it.
Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, Rams. There you go.
As long as you win by 6, that's what we want, isn't it?
That's what we want, baby.
I'll tell you what, though, a nice 99-yard drive takes off 8 minutes. 8 minutes on the clock. 10-10.
You know, sweet quarterback play out here.
Yeah, both these quarterbacks, right? Just lighting it up.
In the sweetness.
I mean, so far the Bears have been poor in the coverage. Poor. I mean, he's had wide open receivers and not hit him.
It's a tough matchup for Nick Foles.
Oh, brother, -9 over, or excuse me, point spread, -9, total points, 32.5.
Wait,
Let's see if the Rams get a first down. I don't know. Or the Bears. If they hold them there, the Rams be getting that ball back right around the 50.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They've not had many first downs, have they? They had that one drive and punting because he got sacked. As soon as they bring pressure, he has a struggle up.
Bears.
It's like the Bears of old, this. The old 13-10 game.
Looked like a nice drive to get started at here. What do we got Cooper Kupp now? Kupp's got 25, so he's still got to jump on this, man. Maybe
I had 64 on Kupp and thought it was an under.
Bum?
I tell you, the one was Drake. They moved Drake up yesterday. Last week he was like 59, and I said, "Oh no, we'll go under." I left it. I forgot all about it. He went like 160 or something. He went bonkers. So yesterday he moved it up. He went like 48.
Kenyon Drake, he's going to be out for a few weeks. So now Chase Edmonds is going to be a nice waiver wire pickup for some fantasy football players, and also Carlos Hyde, Travis Homer. Chris Carson's going to be out at least a week with that foot injury, so that's another person to keep an eye on. And if you're looking for someone to drop, Christian McCaffrey could be back. So now Mike Davis is going to be insignificant. So there's a lot of moving parts, fantasy football wise.
What are they they're -1 or +1 against the Falcons?
Let's see here. Let me double check that.
2.5, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so 2.5.
I always think under 3, you just go money line. You know what I mean? Rather than take the points.
I'm going to bring Kelsey Kramer on for the DFS show. She's going to break down everything Falcons. So what you're hoping for if you're betting against the Falcons, right, is you want the Falcons to have the lead in the fourth quarter by 1, 2, 3, 2 or 3, because you know they're going to lose it in the second half, right?
Ram squad.
A flag. A flag on the half-yard line.
That's a safety. That'll be a safety then, right?
No,
I think
half-yard.
so.
I didn't see any holding.
Half the distance. Half the distance.
What was the call? Let's see.
I tell you what, they've got it in for the Bears tonight.
The Bears just don't have any, outside of Allen Robinson, they don't have any weapons.
No, there's nothing.
There's nothing. It's
You decline the penalty then, right? Yeah, unless it's holding.
Yeah, unless it's holding in the end zone, you decline it.
Damn.
Yeah, because it'd be half distance to the goal and it'd still be first down, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Dang, who the hell was holding out there?
Well, no, you got to the 2. 100%.
That should be a safety. That's not holding in the end zone? Wow.
I feel like it is. Everything that I see says that it is, but
I don't know about that.
Man, I'm telling you, the live lines are quiet out here. What's happening in the game is not helping the live lines all that much.
Well, no, because they're only one score away.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, come on, Rams, hold them. Hold them.
Is it going to be like second and 6? Is it 3rd and 6? 3rd and 6. Big 3rd and 6, yeah.
I can't believe that's not a safety. That's really
that's weird. They do everything they can not.
What do you
to
have
call
to
it
be
safety.
like 5 yards into the end zone? I mean, what is it?
Yeah. If your foot ever touched out in front of the goal line, it's not a safety. It's the weirdest thing.
He's gonna have to get rid of this. He's throwing it away. Oh, wide open.
I mean,
wide. Oh, watch this play, Donnie. Watch this.
Oh yeah. Love that shit.
He's had a panic up, isn't he?
There we go. It's going to get good field position for the Rams squad. Let's go.
I still cannot believe he's missed his man now.
Let me see if he held them all, because usually on those double moves you get a little bit of legal. Oh wow, he just roasted him too. Damn, Nick. Ramsey got roasted. Woo! And he's going to talk to him like, yeah, I had you. I got you. All right. Let's see where we get this football at over here. Oh, like you got to catch it. There you go. Okay. Not bad.
Mooney. Mr. Mooney.
Private conversation, mate.
This I don't think this looks good for the Rams, or I mean for the Bears. Like if you go down by double digits, this is not the Atlanta Falcons that you're coming back against.
No, but they're gonna, at least they're forced into making plays.
Yeah.
You go down dying, but again, it's the fourth quarter. That's what we said at the beginning of the whole show. We're wishing our lives away for the first 3 quarters.
Yeah. I just don't know, like, outside of Allen Robinson, if you're the Rams secondary and they're a good, very, very good secondary, you're not afraid of Darnell Mooney. You're not afraid of Anthony Miller. You're not afraid of Javon Wims. You know, the only playmaker they have is Allen Robinson, and, you know, Jalen Ramsey can sort that out if he wants to. I don't know. This looks pretty bad for the Bears.
Just changes playmate, doesn't it? When it's a 1-score game.
Yeah, I agree. I was going to tell Donnie to do that, the finger over the camera, but just stay blue. You look super blue. You look like a White Walker from Game of Thrones. You look like the White Walkers from Game of Thrones. Just
like a green screen, blue screen, like ridiculousness thing.
You're the Night King. You're the Night King. It's fine. Just let it happen.
Let's see if I can do it like this.
How about that beautiful banner behind Flash, huh? Like last week it was small. This week it's big.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I'll put it in the wash.
That's it. So you expanded it in the wash. I love that.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Do. All right, it's getting back on. I need Rams. Like give me one touchdown by the Rams. Put this bad boy away. Let's go.
I'm looking at my DraftKings lineup.
2 a.m. Where the hell you at, brother? 2 a.m. Love it.
I want a touchdown over to Robert Woods. That will make my DraftKings lineup smash. Things are good.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, good night, by the way, to our friend from Ireland. I love that Sean's always, no matter what time we do a show, he's always in here commenting from Ireland.
Yeah.
Good on you, brother.
Yep.
You are the man.
We have another one as well called Luffy from India. We had them from all over today. Malaysia, Kenya, Ethiopia.
Holy moly.
Oh, good timing.
Good job by the SBR people, right?
Bing, bing, bing.
I usually take all the credit for that. So, you know.
Woods. Anything to not let Jared-Goff throw a pass. Let's go.
Oh man, that's a big miss right there by Foles. Mooney was wide open.
He was. That would have changed the whole complexion of the game too.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, it would have. Plus 10.5, minus 10.5. My goodness. That's a 10-3 game.
All I need is I need a T touchdown this drive, and we're gonna be in good shape on everything.
So guys, tell me, am I crazy when I'm looking at a 1-score game, right, early in the third quarter? And I'm looking at these money lines. So I'm seeing a Rams minus 14.25. And then I'm seeing the Bears plus 480. Where's the value at, right?
Yeah, I mean, With a one-score game, the value is in the overtime.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Thanking, man. Come on.
Like you would never ever bet. Like
Yeah.
that's just crazy to me in a one-score game. It doesn't mean it's going to win, but if you have money to you've won some bets, you take that value, right? In a one-score game, right? It only takes one blown coverage, one pick six.
I don't know what it takes. It's odd though, because
I'm telling you that's a big number. So the Rams money line is minus 1249 now, and the Bears money line is plus 450.
Remember, they're moving this because the feed's going to be.
Good ball. That should have been offsides on the Bears too. They throw a flag.
I'm just saying it's kind of bizarre to see that big of a differential in a one-score game, right? So wouldn't you take the value? You're the value man, Flash. What do you think? Am I crazy?
Without a doubt, but you'd have to wait until the end of this because remember, they might be half a play ahead of us. So they're adjusting their lines, knowing that the Rams.
No, they're always ahead. They don't have. There's no delay on them. They're like 8 seconds, 10 seconds ahead of the fastest feed. Yep.
Exactly. Gotcha. So if they then start moving it, that they've had a completion. It's like on the golf. The golf is the biggest one.
Yep.
Hey, how about Josh Reynolds, huh? That was the easy over 2.5 catches, right? Did we hit some plus money on that? Let's go.
Coop Cup. Let's go, Coop Cup.
Let's go.
What do we got for Coop now?
I need a Robert Woods touchdown. I need a Robert Woods touchdown. I'm just saying, you start looking at that value, it only takes one play, like a bad decision by Goff or a fumble, and then next thing you know, it's 10-10. So that money line moves from minus 24.99 plus 600 to, you know what I mean? So
yeah, we're about to lock this game up, baby. I love it.
It depends on your risk tolerance, of course, but I don't know. Like, if I.
Oh, what did he do? Blow his knee out on jumping?
Yeah.
Dang. All right.
Is he important, Jackson?
Yeah, oh yeah.
None of them are that important. The secondary for besides Fuller, it doesn't matter.
That's Eddie, boy. Eddie.
By the way, I've heard on the comment section, is the big BMOC going to be? He's having an internet issue. He's trying to join us, and we're working on it. Right?
Yep,
that's what we're working on.
Someone text me, and I can't find the message.
We're working on it right now. He just said because I messaged him, said, "Hey man, where the hell are you? You're flaking like a son of a." He's not intentionally flaking.
I actually think I'm reading the DM now. It says, "If you thought I was coming on with this Kyle character, you thought wrong, honey."
Well, this Kyle guy's uglier and dumber than shit.
Let's go, baby. We're all going to come up with some cat. I can't believe I lost that over under 38, man. Come on, Cole Kmet. You got to be kidding me. Oh, my God. They couldn't tackle that guy when he caught the ball, let him just roll around for a few extra. Dang.
I offered him $40 to pay his internet bill, but he says he still can't afford it. He's way too far behind.
He's telling me right now. The game just started for me. Oh man.
Yeah. He's way behind me. Like I'm still watching 49ers Eagles from 4 weeks ago, man. Like what the hell's going on here?
He says, why do footballers always scratch their junk? I mean, hey, that's what it is, man.
It's funny. I don't even know this guy, by the way, so it's super funny that I'm giving him crap. I'm doing it on DMs as well. So you guys can all understand that I'm doing that. It's going to be very uncomfortable for Donnie tomorrow, but he's already got 9 kids being Phillip Rivers, so it'll be just fine. Don't worry about it.
Mondays, I wish I could fast forward Mondays and Tuesdays, get right to Wednesday. So I might have my last baseball show of the year tomorrow. Me and Radowitz.
Wow.
Listen, you've done an unbelievable job.
Wow.
What's the score in that Dodgers game?
Nothing tonight. That was off. They're off tonight.
Oh, okay.
Back for game 6. I'm hoping for a game 7, but we'll see.
I want your time slot.
It's fun. It's just been fun.
Hey, he and Jason, they've killed it, right? I don't know. I barely follow baseball besides stats. I'm telling you, I've made money all year long following Donnie and Jason. It's been a lot of fun, and great job by you guys, by the way.
It was fun.
Wow,
But that's what people with 9 kids do. They watch baseball, right? Like, who gives a hell about baseball? Oh, yeah, people with 9 kids. You know, that's how they do it.
Yo, what is going on? Wait, what's just happened here?
I don't know. Normally they stop it, let it go, and then he's.
Khalil Mack's grabbing something. Flash, what's he grabbing? Give me.
He grabbed his knee, but they're going to do him for personal. I think it's personal.
Yeah, it looked like they were rugby scrumming for about 5
Yeah,
minutes.
I think it was.
If that's all the Rams,
It is Rams, I think.
Oh my God!
Oh no! Half the distance to the goal, first down. What do they do now?
Yeah, good against the Bears. Good. Punch this in.
They just want a Malcolm Brown touchdown means that I'm buying drinks next time I'm down in Costa Rica. That's all that means.
What is going on here?
Conduct.
Where is?
That's good. Good leg drive right there, Flash.
I wonder about where's Hicks though? Oh, this
the big boys pushing it. Woo, woo, woo. Let's go. You gonna quarterback sneak this and steal all the thunder, Jared?
He better not. I'm sick and tired of that shit.
Ram squad, yeah.
Boom.
now it's dangerous for the Bears. The Bears have now got to respond and put this game back to where it was going into the fourth quarter.
But now you're playing into the Rams' strengths, right? So the pass rush, Aaron Donald up the middle, the secondary, Jalen Ramsey, Darius Williams, etc. You're playing into the strengths of the Rams. It makes it really, really tough.
35. Damn.
That's why we did that first half total, and we won that.
Boom. All right, now we got some insulation. Is
it 35?
Oh, and how about that Malcolm Brown touchdown for all you DFS fans? $3,400 on DraftKings we talked about before the show. That is money. Sorry, Flash, go ahead.
Flag for on this though. Does somebody get punched?
Yeah, they said Hicks.
Oh, he jumped on the pile, I guess, right? Looked like
I thought he was on the floor. I mean, I think the Bears have been absolutely raped here by the Zebra.
Squad. Love it.
Let's see now. Let's see if Cordell Patterson just takes it from the end zone to about the 16.
Let's go. Malcolm in the middle.
Malcolm Brown. That's a huge play for us. What a night. Hey, you fans better tell Flash how much you love him because he's picked all the winning plays tonight. There you go.
Come on, Rams. Let's go.
That's a big Malcolm Brown touchdown for me. I got to go look at the DraftKings stuff. Ooh, face it. The Bears are who we think they are. That's a great Denny Green comment from that Cardinals-Bears game.
Okay,
from
he takes it. He's coming out again, and he's not running again.
Crown.
He's not running. And he gets to the 20. He took it from the 3 yards inside and got to the 20. What is he doing? And he's not even running. Do you think he's running when he doesn't burst into a sprint at any stage?
Oh shit! I'm in first place, so I don't even want to talk about it. Every time I tell Donnie I'm winning something, I lose. So I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not going to say a damn word.
He's up $3.22.
That's that. Yes, let's just say that. Let's just say that because my goodness, holy shit.
Oh,
Right, so I need here a Bears drive with no flags.
they're in hurry up mode now, Flash. Here we go.
That's what I think you need to do with Foles.
Can we just end the game now? We just need to end the game now because
17-12.
I need the game to end. Oh shit! I'm in first place in a couple of big.
What does the winner get?
So I play these little small satellites they call on DraftKings, right? So you pay $5 to win a $1,000 entry into the next week. So I'm winning first place in the $1,000 Mega Millionaire, and I'm in first place in the 333 Wildcat. So $10 will turn into $1,300 in free entries. I'm in first place by over 12 points right now. I shouldn't have said that. It's probably all going to end now, but, screw it. Live TV, that's what's happening.
Exactly.
They're moving it. We're getting some over-under push now, Flash.
Boy, Malcolm Brown and Reynolds touchdowns have really made me the front runner in both of these.
Let's see what we got here.
NJ Pod says, this is classic big man on campus. He was going to come on, but he decided, he's like, you know what? You guys are not worth my time.
We've got a special guest coming on, and I cannot find the text for love nor money.
Yeah, no. He was going to come on. He decided we weren't good enough for his time.
Yeah.
So
no, he love it.
No, I'm totally kidding about that.
Because I want to have a chat with him about a couple of things I've been reading as well, and it's good.
He's trying to get it sorted out.
It's a flag. It's a flag. He can't turn around and pick the ball up. It's a flag, man. Flag every day of the week. He's trying to stop to come back for the ball. Bang.
Here goes the over-under starting to creep back in.
Yeah, that's exactly what we said, Donnie. That's the problem you was getting back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the problem. And they've got to keep doing this. Urgency. You just think to yourself, are they not fit enough that they don't start the game with this urgency? They wait till they're down. They're 5-1 team. Yeah, listen, don't get me wrong. I like the Rams. I'm a big Rams believer. I think the Rams are dangerous in the playoffs if they get there.
Me too. I completely agree. It's just, do you trust Jared Goff?
I trust the D. I trust the D to. Whenever you've got a D to keep you in the game, you are always in the game.
I believe the first video I ever did with SBR, not esports, was we were talking football after the schedule, and Flash asked me the question, "Can you trust Jared Goff?" I think that was the first question you ever asked me, and I was.
I've not done a show since.
And I was like, shit, can I trust Jared Goff? Not really, but I do think that's the most talented roster in the NFL. It really is. When you look from top to bottom, running backs, wide receivers, coaching, defensive backs, the big weakness is the linebackers, even a good offensive line.
Ooh!
You love that, Donnie.
Oh, man.
That speared me. That speared me. Why? He's throwing off his wrong foot.
That was horrible.
Is it Allen Robinson? Come on.
Flash, he's rolling out of the pocket, and I saw him release the ball. I was like, he's got a guy wide open. Like, how the hell do you throw that when he's like double covered with a loft? Oh, Nicky.
Hey, I'm fine with those penalties because I don't want anything else to happen fantasy-wise. I'm winning a shit ton fantasy-wise. I don't want Allen Robinson. That's it. My goodness.
Yes.
This could be the best week in
you've ever had.
Yeah, man, everything's going so well. I feel bad about it. You're not supposed to enjoy yourself during a pandemic, but I really am.
I find that hard that he throws the ball off his wrong foot.
That was terrible. That's a throw you make where the guy's nobody around them. Like, hey, here, it's just bad boy.
Into coverage off the wrong foot. You're like, my God. What? And it was first down. And they've had joy. Why force it on first down on the 10-yard line? Come on now. They've got to make a stop.
These Aaron Rodgers State Farm commercials. I would love to interview Aaron Rodgers. Like, he would be angry at me in like 2 minutes.
Hey, next time you interview Joey Chestnut, can I be on the show?
Joey! That's what we.
I was so jealous. I love the hot dog eating contest on 4th of July, man. It's like my favorite thing. I wake up early. I'm drunk by 8:30 a.m., which, is not untypical of me, but oh my God, I was like, oh my God, I get to co-host a show with the guy that interviewed Joey Chestnut, like the American hero, the keeper of American justice. Come on, man.
That's what we do, man.
I love it.
Reports, we got you.
Trust me, I know the eating competition. I know all those things. Oh boy. So it looks like the Cardinals just made the field goal to win the game. That is incredible. What a kick. What a kick.
So we got under 33.5. That took a big jump. Money line, get it pretty cheap, Flash, minus 5,000 now.
Is that what it is? You think?
Yeah.
You don't think we see any fireworks in this game now? You think that's it?
It's got
You
taken.
think that was the regular?
Yeah. But then again, they always do that in the NFL because then you're going to look at it from the Rams' perspective. They're just going to be like, hey, we got this. Let's just run it out. And you know damn well, like Foles will have the football, like 2 minutes to go down like 9 points or something, or 10 points, and get that back door. Oh, just don't let it happen.
Are you 6.5?
I'm 6.
You're 6.
There's jokes for that, boys. There's jokes for that. There's a lot of jokes for that. I'm not allowed to say them. We're on live TV. Just saying.
That was 3-on-1. Crazy.
Come on. I shouldn't even have said that. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. What's
It was nice knowing you.
Kyle
put on the sport jacket tonight because he knows like this is like literally the last dance of the year.
Yeah, this is it for me. And
Yeah.
Come on. That was funny. Come on.
Where's Cooper Kupp? God damn it.
Dude, this is what they do. That's why you always play Robert Woods over Cooper Kupp, because it's only on like these 3rd and 4s, and occasionally you get Cooper Kupp, then he breaks free. But most of the time it's Robert and Woods that gets all the catches, and you can't.
Funny, Jared. What are you doing?
It's the most annoying thing ever. I love Cooper Kupp, and he somehow you don't get how he puts up the fantasy points that he does, but he doesn't do it. He never goes to Cooper Kupp. It's always Robert Woods or Josh Reynolds or Darrell Henderson or Malcolm Brown or even, you might even see some Cam Akers later on in the day, Gerald Everett, Tyler Higbee. It's annoying. It's annoying as hell. Cooper Kupp, it bugs. It totally bugs. And I feel like I should say that as it's my last show before I get fired.
The Rams seem to be doing as they please here. The playbook is being stretched.
Ooh.
Look at this.
Pick up some money on these sides here.
They are completely biting on these plays.
Yeah.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah. They're horrendous.
And I love those running plays. What did I just tell you? It's going to be these little handoffs to Robert Woods. It doesn't go to Cooper Kupp. It's Robert Woods. It's Robert Woods.
You keep saying it because Kupp just caught a pass. I need you to keep being sane.
Yeah.
Well, I'm winning $1,000 ticket right now.
All right, we're in range now. 43 yards for Coop. Come on.
Okay, we're getting close.
Sting them.
I'm rooting for all those props. I'm also rooting to win $1,000 entry off of $5. You know what I mean?
Just an entry. You can't take that to Walmart.
Well, it's a Mega Millionaire entry on DraftKings, so I entered it for $5, but I'm in first place out of 1,300 people right now. I'm in first place, and that's a $1,000 entry for $5. So yeah, I'm rooting for that. Of course, I'm rooting for that.
But you can't take it to Walmart and spend it, can you?
Well, because if I win the entry, of course I'm going to win the lineup because I'm a damn genius. Right? No, I'm just kidding. Of course I'm going to lose. Every player will get hurt by the time they, hit the second quarter. That's exactly what happens every time.
Are you not drinking tonight?
No. I'm just drinking coffee.
Is that the world's smallest mug?
Wait, what?
The world's smallest mug.
Small mug.
It's the smallest mug. And that's what she said as well.
Yes.
Muggy. Come on.
Wow, these boys are
Flash, did you ever play at Priest Field Stadium?
Yeah, of course, Gillingham.
Right.
Yeah, I grew up. I was captain of Kent. Gillingham is in Kent. I was captain of Kent when I was schoolboy.
And Justin Betts, you're welcome. Like I said, a broken clock is right twice a day, but you hit that prop bet too. And the Josh Reynolds. There we go. There we go, buddy.
Brand squad minus 18.5. It warms my heart when I see that.
Oh boy.
Well, they're going in here, mate. They've done exactly what they wanted. 24-3. I mean, even 24. Well,
Oh,
they do. They can't do anything about this. Because even if they get field goal, which I mean, they don't look like they're just doing as they please, but they go to 20-3. There's no 8-pointers here. This is all free. This is all threes and fours, threes and sevens.
Wow. Why did they have to take that time? What are they doing here? What's going on here? Network loves it. They'll be like, good, we'll use this as a timeout.
Right. Are you boys voting? When did you go to the polls?
Oh, I did a mail-in vote.
They got all these mail-ins, so who the hell knows?
I'm a fraudulent mail-in voter. You know, I signed my signature.
Yeah, exactly. What's the betting now? Is it like -110 each of two?
It's crazy. I don't even know. These polls been so. I always like that 537 guy. It's still trying to predict the election and stuff like that. Yeah, I was like, dude, you blew it so bad in 2016. You should be sued for fraud and out of business.
See, that's why they the line moved.
Ooh, bing. Yeah, baby, that'll.
You know, I think what we hope for is that just everyone like chills the hell out, no matter who wins. Like, let's not freak out and be weird. Like, no. By the way, for the record, and I hope this isn't controversial, no politician gives a damn about what's happening in your life. The best thing you could do is to be the nicest, best person you can, work as hard as you can, be the best parent you can, and that's it. No politician gives a flying shit about what's happening in your life. I think we can all agree on that, right?
From going in at the other end, interception, walk up the other end and put 7 on the board.
Dang it.
And now it's
Gerald Everett. There we go.
Have they got enough to come back?
No,
Even like 22.
Aaron Donald's going to start breaking bread right about any given time now.
Yeah.
Ram squad.
They could do. Yeah, they're going to need to score quickly. And then 24-20 is probably the best they could hope for going into the last minute and a half.
Flash, Andrew F says, what about Millwall?
Yeah, of course. Millwall I used to go and watch every week. Cheltenham were away. Millwall was where I came from, South London.
When I was a young lad, I used to go to the Hive, Flash.
Where's that?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
All I just type in soccer stadiums, London, so we're just throwing over a couple.
The Hive.
That's what it says.
Yeah. Well,
the Hive Stadium, Barnet. It's 5,100 people, it says.
Oh.
Flash doesn't play in front of anyone less than 25,000 people, by the way. Like, come on.
Flash, which crowd was always your favorite? Like, where did you like to go?
Well, I mean, it's always difficult away from home. I mean, obviously, playing at Old Trafford or playing at Anfield or Highbury. I scored at Highbury, so that was nice. White Hart Lane, which was Spurs, I like that. Going at the old Millwall's ground, it was like 1 yard off the pitch was the crowd all the way around. And they had like metal fencing up like that, and then it bent back inwards so the fans couldn't get over. They'd have to go up and then back towards themselves. Even honest to God, and the abuse was scary.
Flash, they used to that's I love. Sports fans are the best, man.
Yeah, Eagles fans especially, right? Those fans in Philly burn down the whole damn town.
It's great. Ding, ding, ding. All right, it's -21. Are we liking it? We buying in yet?
Well, Harry Doherty, I think he's got over 4.5 touchdowns. So you're live now, by the way. No. Because the way the Rams drove the ball, they'll score another 2 on their own.
Ram squad.
Yes,
tell him, Chase Dozier. Tell him. We're all those bands fairs now. Damn right.
-21.5. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I think I'm staying away from that.
Madison. Come on, get a couple dump passes, Nick. Make it respectable.
I tell you, we haven't seen in a long while was Jesse Gale. Was it Jesse Gale? Remember last year? Was it Jesse? That's Jesse Daly there. Just reminded me of. Anyway, coming in, Foles. What you got, son? What you got? I'm trying to predict a nice little comeback, but not enough to win it.
Yeah, not enough to win it. I do think the Bears score again. So I think this
24-10 going down. That's 2 scores in the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, like
dang it.
Yeah, I think I'll take that.
What are you saying on the Bears score?
I think the Bears score again.
But what's that team total at the moment?
What's that?
Their team total.
I don't know.
I think the Rams team total to start was 26.5, right? It was 26.5.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Bears aren't going to get to theirs, but I don't know. I like mine plus 21.5 at minus 150 feels like a pretty safe bet because I do think the Bears score again. I don't think this is like a 38-10 game.
I tell you what, I would want to be on the under 38.5 that JP's just live bet.
Yeah, and we talked about this. What did we see the over under at? What was it, like
33?
Yeah, 33. I take the over on that. You know, I do think the Bears score. I think the Rams ease up a little bit, and if Foles can't get it done from at this point, then then you're looking at, which is what I thought is the Bears are the worst 5-1 team I've seen in a while, and I think the Packers were the worst 13-3 team I've seen in a while last year. So,
heat on Nick. Oh, I'm sure they're gonna go for this.
No, they're saying it was incomplete.
That's why I played the first half. I thought the money I made in the first half.
It's not. That's complete, mate. Don't worry about that. He's fumbled this. Look, he's got all look at that. That ball's not moving, mate. That is definite.
Oh, he drops. This is interesting.
Look at that. 1 step, 2 step.
It's interesting because he
doesn't bring his other hand across, but the ball don't move.
That's so odd. He doesn't tuck it.
Yeah, that's stuck, man.
That is odd. That's odd. Huh. I don't even know how you would call that.
That's a
really rare play. That's a really rare play. Because I used to always joke, Flash, that, fumbles and stuff, like if you are an NFL player, why would you just not catch the ball and run full speed like this with the ball out? Because if you get tackled, it can't be a fumble. It's only an incomplete. Because they always tell you, like, you have to tuck. Did he tuck it before he gets it? That's such an interesting call right here.
And he comes down on his elbow. So he's down by contact. Look at that ball. Don't move. Look at that. Yeah, it couldn't be more of a catch.
This is really odd.
That ball does not move from the moment it hits his glove until his elbow comes down. That's a catch. 1,000,000% catch. I'll tell you what, I might not watch any more NFL until Thursday if that's not a catch.
It's really interesting because this is actually I've never seen this play before, and I always used to joke about it. I want to see how they call it.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, it's short anyway. It'll be like half a yard short.
But he's still down. He's down first. I think that's a catch, and he's down.
It is like just by watching the game, it's a catch, but they always rule it as you have to tuck it to like have possession, and he never.
That's a catch.
And you know what I don't like about what Nick Foles is doing? You go out there and you influence those officials because those officials are in. You can influence them. So you go out there like, don't be an idiot. That's a catch. Boom, 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 boom. Don't stand on the sidelines holding your shoulder pads. Like, be a leader. Be a man. Tell them this is a catch. Let's go. You just line up and say, no, you don't get. That's what I think you do.
Tell you what, though, it could be bravery. This 4th and 1. They're going to bring pressure, a little screen, and you could get 30, 40 yards.
Yep.
At Braveview.
There's 84s in the game. Do it. Do it. That was a quick review.
One of the quicker ones, right?
Yeah,
Like if I'm a head coach, I tell my players every time it's a 50-50 call, you're screaming that we got it right because I think it's very influential. I really do.
Why would you give the ball to Cordell Patterson? He's been running uphill all night.
Boom! Damn.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Cordell Patterson has not got back to the 20-yard line. Wow. I mean, this is just hurtful now.
Mm-hmm.
He threw it 7 yards behind him, and he had a half a yard to go. Oh, it was on as well. It was on if he'd have sneaked it.
Damn, that is a perfect.
That's a bad player call.
Match.
I mean, how bad is he, Cordell Patterson?
He can't do anything with that, though. That was just
I can't believe we still have a fourth quarter to go. We got to sit through this blowout now.
Yep.
This is going to be ugly.
So now we talk about
Cooper Kupp
and Flash's kidnapping. How many kids has Flash kidnapped this weekend?
We'll talk about Flash breaking in the Loftus Road when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Kelsey Kramer, our other co-host, she's been kidnapping and realigning families, so that's good.
At the game, I saw her picture. She must have been at the Cardinals game.
Yeah, she was at the game, and that was a fun game for her.
How did she get tickets then?
She's apparently she's a reporter, so she works for SBR, but she's cooler than we are, so we don't get to go to the games.
She works for iHeartRadio. Flash does producing stuff. So she probably got an in on that out there.
Yeah, no.
What are we doing?
Offside. They are beating up.
Is it offside?
Well, he's put offside or neutral zone encroachment. But what's going on here?
Wow.
Who was that?
Wait, on the offense?
Yeah. I've never seen offside on the. That's full start, isn't it?
Jesus.
I'm seeing craziness tonight.
Damn.
Is that the end of the third quarter?
Yeah, that's the end of the third quarter. Do you guys ever read the comment section and wonder what the hell they're talking about? What does that mean?
No, Ryan.
The last one that you see. I don't even know what that means. Honest to God, I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I think he's thinking, Yogi Berra gay? I don't even know what his thing is.
Yeah, what the hell does that mean? I don't know.
Who took more balls off the chin? Yogi Berra or Rock Hudson? Oh, you don't understand what that means?
No clue. Not even a single.
Rock Hudson was gay, wasn't he?
Yes.
So he had the balls on his chin.
Oh, I guess Yogi Berra, baseball. Okay.
I know, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jared Goff already hit the over the 21.5. I think that we gave you the good pick. So
yeah,
to make sure that we're not going to die from the stalkers. We don't want the
Red Squad.
Yeah.
Rushing tonight.
Let me make sure that he's got over 21.5 completions. I just want to say that for sure. I'm pretty sure he's got it, right?
23.
Yeah, 23. It was over 21.5. So we hit all the props. No reason to stalk us. No reason.
What about this? Cordell Patterson rushing 1 yard. And his longest was 2.
Ooh.
That hurts. They have had nothing on offense.
But he's had 3 catches for 11 yards, so we're almost there.
Why? How far do we want?
Damn it.
Cooper Kupp's on 43 now, though.
Hey, we're also going to say not only that Josh Reynolds hit the over 2.5 catches, he's also the leading yardage receiver for the Rams tonight with a touchdown. So
39.
So no reason for the crazies to come after us. We've had a good night, right? What do you think, Donnie? No reason?
Yeah, no reason. I'm reading this. I'm not a college football guy.
Said Flash Best Champion League play tomorrow. I think we're all decided that it's Real Madrid. If that's tomorrow, I've got that many games going on in my head.
Wisconsin will be without their top 3 quarterbacks for the next 3 weeks due to COVID.
That was where the game changed, wasn't it? Where he didn't connect Foles from his own end zone, and then he goes up the other end and throws a pick.
How do you even bet college football anymore?
Yeah, I don't even understand it. That's why we have Chris and Gary. That's what they do.
I used to love college football, man. My life's so much better now without it in my life. I'll tell you that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, Kylie Reynolds. We won all our bets. We won all our bets tonight. We had a great night.
Yeah!
Yeah.
How are you
There
guys?
he is. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. My name is Hove.
How are you guys? Good to see you.
Yeah,
Oh,
BMOC,
brother.
baby. In the house live. Barstool's finest over here, kicking it. What are you doing? You're not paying your cable bill? Come on, make it in.
No, I don't know what happened.
Hey.
I didn't have cable for internet or anything for a few hours, but we're back up and running. Thank you for having me, guys. It's good to catch up. I see my man Flash.
Yes.
Oh, man, what's happening?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good to see you.
I'm taking a bit of a pounding tonight on this score, but apart from
Ram
that,
squad over here, Jeff. Ram squad, damn it,
I
Jeff.
thought it'd be a tight game.
What a boring fucking game this is.
Yeah,
Yikes.
it's horrendous.
Fucking Christ. DFS Bachelor, how you doing, man?
Hey, my brother, I'm super glad to see you on here. By the way, I've been trying to fight people who talk shit on you because I'm like, hey, man, I love Donnie. He's like kind of my mentor. He's nice to me. He sorted me out. And I'm like, don't pick on my friend, big man on campus. I'll come fuck you or mess you up. I shouldn't.
Listen, here's one thing I'll tell you. Controversy sells. Don't worry about them. I can handle them. I love controversy. You all know that. That's what's got me to the big stage. So, yeah, listen, I appreciate that, though. Yeah, I don't worry about these fucking people on the internet. You don't like me, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you're
By the way,
my boy, Blue.
This is Kyle's last show, so wish you
Yeah, I'm almost fired every night because I get drunk on the show every night.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Wow, it's not surprising at SBR because there's always a few of those at SBR. I remember a few in the past. So, no, but SBR.
Davidson together if you want.
I'm happy, though. I don't drink, but maybe next time. No, I want to say something, though. SBR, always got love for SBR. I thank them for having me, let me kind of throw out my what I'm doing and what's going on. But it's good to see Flash. I'm glad to see he's doing his thing. Hey, Flash, I mean, I know you don't – I know Tancredi and Alex are the soccer kings, but I'm killing it in Italy as well. If you
We keep an eye on you. We keep an eye on you just in case you need a little pep up, you know.
Good.
I think you're running away on your own.
Good. Yeah, this game is rough, man. The Bears are so poor on offense.
And that's 5-1, big man. 5-1.
Wow, they didn't play anybody. I mean, that's pretty evident after tonight. But who would have thought Nick Foles? I mean, maybe he isn't very good, you know?
Wow.
Yeah,
He's not. Yeah.
How did he win a Super Bowl again? How did that happen?
Who did he win it with?
Well, because he played against the overrated Tom Brady, so that's how you win. Like Eli Manning beat him twice, so of course,
Well, and
of course he won one. Come
I mean,
on,
New England just couldn't stop you, me, Donnie, and Flash. So I
that's
mean,
right. That's right.
that helped. You know,
That's right. That's right.
By the way, Jeff, there's news coming out of college.
Another one.
what was
You
that?
see that Wisconsin news?
Oh, the kid Graham Mertz.
Yeah, all 3 quarterbacks out for 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's.
Hell.
I mean, it's a rough situation, and the Big Ten has rules that it's got to be 21
3
days
weeks now, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how that's going to how they're going to proceed with that. I didn't know it was all 3 quarterbacks. We might not be seeing Wisconsin for a couple of weeks, which is a real shame because what's really, really odd is, and look, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. But the truth of the matter is there is no one on earth, an athlete at that level, that has had any issue with it. I know you have to deal with the precautions and stuff, but, if 10 days, they're good to go. Why did they have to sit out 21 days?
What
If
about
they miss the games, they forfeit them?
No, Raquel Armstead is apparently going through a lot of grief for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he's had to have multiple hospitalizations. So I don't know that we necessarily know that.
Well, and that's true.
One out of a million. Yeah.
And that's true. I think, but to answer Flash's question, I mean, there's only so many games in football. I mean, especially this year. I mean, they're only in the Big Ten playing, a certain amount of games. So it sucks because they looked really good on Friday night, and Graham Mertz looked terrific. I don't know how they proceed. I guess they'll just not play games until they're back because they don't have any quarterbacks left.
It's an odd ass year.
You can't make a receiver play quarterback, or something like that.
Should I go throw some darts out there? What do you think?
Whoa, getting them back in it, Flash. Getting them back in it.
Yeah, I made some really weird plays in this game. Do you guys want to hear them?
Go, shoot.
Okay, all right, Flash, so I had both teams to score an over 2.5 in Rome and Milan today. That hit.
Yeah.
But it was 135, one of the books at Barstool where I bet it. So I'm thinking I like the under in this game tonight. But I didn't love 44.5, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this up to 48.5 and just pound those two together.
Yeah.
That's looking good. And then I like the Rams, but I didn't want to bet the -6. Tonight I was just screwing around. So I teased the Rams to 0.
Oh, no.
And I took the over to 37.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're going to get done. You're going to get done.
Weird ones here.
This could be mid-40s, this game. I think maybe they're going to put up 17.
I'm thinking 41, probably, something like that. 40, maybe.
I think the Bears are a second half team now. I was trying to validate that by saying, okay, they've started slow. And
they need 3 touchdowns. They need 3 touchdowns just to lose.
But I will say, if you're trying to come from behind and you're on the road, you want to have to throw the football. And we've kind of seen the Rams defense. They're an aggressive defense, right? So they'll give up the big play. Even when they had Marcus Peters. Remember Marcus Peters?
Oh, wow, he's off.
That
leg absolutely gave way under him.
But I'm hoping 31-10. That's what I would.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's reasonable. I don't think that's out of the
you see 2 touchdowns,
Yeah, so. Exactly. And if the Bears score on this drive, then you're going to see Sean McVay, especially with 11 minutes on the clock. He's going to try to scheme for a touchdown, and you're going to have a chance at that. And so you're going to
be close.
Yeah, you're going to get.
You just don't want. You don't want to get some score and get
bumpers in this game is what I think, and so 31-10, even like a 31-17, like a late score by the Bears, and they try to do an onside kick.
I mean, that would be fine. I need it to stay within 38 and 48.5.
I like 24-21. It's a good Donnie's like, no,
I don't think that's going to happen. I think 31-10 makes sense here. 31-13.
Can you imagine if it's 24 all?
Yeah. No, it's going to
like drinking too much cognac over there.
I've got both teams within 6. The final score, don't care. I just want to be.
Oh, you took the Bears here?
And the Rams. Both about a 6-point spread each way.
Yeah,
it's a bit of fun because
I'm not on campus. Since I never get to talk to you, I follow you on Twitter, and we're just getting to know each other. So before the game, I had the Rams winning by single digits, right? So on my bookie, I got plus 900, 1 through 3, 4 through 6, and plus 850, 7 through 9. So I bet each one of those totals won money. I've done that 2 weeks in a row, and we've cashed money on that 2 weeks in a row. What would you say to our viewers? Is that the right way to do things, or is that crazy?
No. What, winning?
Yeah, I won. Of course I won. I won.
But you're doubling down, is what you're saying?
No.
He has a free.
I thought the Rams would be ahead by single digits, right?
Yeah, I don't play those kind of things usually. I mean, like tonight, this is a really weird way I bet. I usually am just pretty rudimentary. Donnie, I kind of bet like how Donnie does, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to tell anyone how to spend their money, but
no. So what I got was we've done this 2 weeks in a row. So I thought this would be a close game. and the Bears are slow starters. I thought the
Was it
Rams
just
would be
first
ahead.
half, though, right?
Yeah, this is just the first half.
Yeah.
Just the first half. So the odds were Rams winning 1-3 plus 900. Rams winning between 4 and 6 plus 900. Rams winning 7-9 plus 950, and then Rams winning by 13 or over plus 260. I think that's a mistake. I've done this 2 weeks in a row. So I thought the Rams would be ahead by single digits. So I put $100 on each one of those. And if any one of them hits, I triple my money. The Rams were ahead by single digits. I tripled my money. It was an easy win for me. I didn't think it would be a double-digit deficit.
Oh, you can talk fuck you now.
Yeah,
I know it's a lot to take in, but dude, that's how you win money. When you find a mistake by the book, they're giving plus 260 odds for the Rams being up by 2 touchdowns. And if the Rams are ahead by single digits, I'm getting plus 900 odds or plus 850 odds. You got to find those mistakes. That's why you shop the odds. That's why we do what we do. I'm sorry, but I mean, I'm up over a couple grand just following basic odds like that. And, we got the big man on campus. So tell me, I want to hear big man tell me I'm an idiot.
I would say you're an idiot. I wouldn't do that, but hey, I mean, if you have something that works, I mean, some people bet Little League Baseball. I don't necessarily have a way to bet it, but if you do.
Where do you film that Barstools thing?
I do a lot of stuff. I mean,
right now, do you film it when you're sitting there or watching? I was wondering if you traveled up.
Yeah, we have a house in Philadelphia. It's a house that's kind of outfitted with cameras and TVs and stuff, and we have a second floor. It's like got couches and stuff, and it's right in the city.
Perfect.
Matt Nagy with a couple dime calls down here.
Why are you doing this? I mean, I can't work it out. Why don't you go up tempo, keep him on the field? He's letting them sub on, sub off.
Ooh, Aaron Donald. That's not even fair. That play right there wasn't even fair. That's just not fair.
I know. It's just
defensive line.
Four down territory anyway.
I mean, if they get stuffed here, this over has no shot.
Yeah, exactly. Although Matt Nagy will say, at least we've got him in the. At least we've got him pinned down on the 1 yard line or so.
Let's see what if we're gonna roll out. Aaron Donald beats his man. Ooh, that's a nice ball, and he dropped it. Damn, Aaron Donald, man, Jesus.
It's interesting with the Bears, and Donnie, I know you can agree here. Like, since I've been born, so like 89. I can't ever remember them having like a star receiver, like a really good receiver. Like
what, Willie Galt in 1985?
Yeah, way back, right? Yeah.
it's weird.
Come on, Willie Galt is a good name, right?
Didn't the Moose and Muhammad play there at one point?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. But
he was good at Carolina as opposed to.
I'm trying to think. They didn't have any legit.
No, they had Willie Galt.
I don't know.
Oh my God!
Boom! Sit down, Nick. Yeah, boy. Sit down.
That's that.
He has left. He has left probably 17 points on the field.
Oh.
Interception from the 10. Couldn't
get rid of the ball, bro.
4 times.
Throw a pick. It don't even matter. It's sort of damn
Hey,
pick.
hey, do we count Devin Hester as an elite wide receiver for the
No,
Bears?
got to be when he plays.
Good
man.
returner.
Yeah, I mean,
that's so
right? But we don't. Devin Hester.
They don't find any separation.
I remember when they drafted Kevin White, everyone thought he was good.
Yeah.
Kevin White's on the 49ers practice squad right now, hanging out there. And
I mean, he just never was healthy.
Yeah, never. What, out of Virginia Tech or Virginia? What the hell was it?
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Thank you.
Yeah, there's like 6 of them that went to West Virginia. Yep. Kevin White.
Yeah,
brothers.
I guess maybe who's their best guy? Alshon Jeffrey,
Yeah, I guess. Put in Mitch.
Was it Herman Moore? Was that Virginia? Herman Moore back in the day, 1994? Yeah, it's Virginia. Yeah, Herman Moore and what was the quarterback for the Lions? Herman Moore and someone else. They had a combo. It was a combo pack. in that draft. It was Herman Moore and shit. Who the hell
The
was it?
quarterback from Virginia?
Yeah, it was Herman Moore.
He was a black kid, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Quarterback
he
with him?
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what the hell?
it was
Good. They were in the top. They were actually a top 10 team for a while that year.
Yes, they were. It was
Who
Herman
was that?
Moore and someone else back in 1994. Who the fuck was it?
No, I thought it was even before that.
Oh,
Well, we're going to come back because obviously Jim's here to.
It's gonna come back to me. Just give me a second. I'm gonna find that name. It was Herman Moore, and he actually played a few snaps in the NFL too.
No, he was a good player. Let me see. I got to see who this was.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, right?
I know.
It's,
Sean Moore. Sean Moore.
Sean Moore. Thank you. It
Sean
was
Moore,
Sean
Herman
Moore. It was Sean. God damn.
This game reminds me a lot of a few years ago when I was at SBR, and Gabe and I used to have to do these.
Yeah.
That year, every primetime game was
Every
like
time
this.
In the fourth quarter was a whack.
Just awful games, like 31-7, 24-3, like just
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wow! No, they didn't call that on the Bears. I think it's a touchdown. I think this call should go on the Rams.
wow, you're ahead of me, so I don't. What
Oh,
happened?
Curtis Conway
no.
too. I think that Curtis Conway.
Yeah, there you go, Bears.
Bucks.
Boom.
Here we go.
Wow.
There
Like
we
I
go.
have to say, like Sean McVay, can you be any more of a like? What are you doing? What are we doing? Oh my God!
Damn, I might even hit this maybe.
Like what? Why are we like tricking shit out right now?
That's weird.
That is hilarious. Oh my God.
Oh wow. That is fucking weird. They do that shit though. It's the Isaiah McKenzie from the Buffalo Bills. Debo Samuel from the 49ers.
It doesn't even like the Bears can't do anything on offense, and you just let them back in the game by just trying to be a smart ass. Same way at the end of the first half. You didn't need to do anything. You're throwing it all over, waiting for an interception. I can't.
Yep.
College coaches are crazy. Or pro coaches. Good.
Completely.
I don't know though. This is like being down 44-10 with that offense. So I don't know if it really matters.
It really is.
Bears, dude. Yeah, Sean Moore, Herman Moore.
Sean Moore, Herman Moore. That's what it was, right? I'm not crazy on that. Right?
Yeah, because I remember back in the day, what year was this? I guess it would have been maybe 90. I went to see Herman Moore and Sean Moore. They played at UNC that year.
It's a crazy time. I remember a couple weeks ago they talked about this is the first game-winning touchdown thrown by quarterback Jim Druckenmiller. I'm a 49er fan, right? Jim Druckenmiller
can lift. Dude could lift, man.
Yeah. These fucking guys were just running their mouths, and this is before the Jeff Garcia era, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, Jim Druckenmiller threw the game-winning touchdown to J.J. Stokes out of UCLA, and fucking we beat the Rams 14-13.
Whoa! What's going on, man? 24-10. What happened?
Defensive
Oh,
score.
Flash wasn't even here. Damn.
Oh,
Flash.
Jesus, Flash. Yeah, we're talking
Game on.
J.J. Stokes.
Flash
out of
is
Still
smiling
game
there
on.
out of
Game on.
nowhere. Damn.
And then the next year, Terrell Owens took over the job out at Tennessee, Chattanooga, and there was that whole thing there. But
Dude, my favorite thing Terrell Owens ever did is in Jerry Rice's last game as a Niner, just caught like 50 passes.
22 passes. He set the new record. I watched that game.
I hate because at that point I was real sour on. Yeah, I was real sour on Jerry Rice. I always thought that was hilarious. Like his last shining moment, he got no shine.
Jerry Rice still caught 8 balls in that game. But
Jerry Rice records, I was looking at the other day, because Larry Fitzgerald's absolutely sizzling, obviously, and what a great career he's had. He's like 3,000 yards ahead of him. It's like unbelievable.
yeah, Jerry Rice is the best football player that's ever played the game.
Outside of a quarterback who played for New England.
It's not even.
Yeah.
How dare you? I'm not even-
Agreement.
We've done this before, Flash.
I know, you got one vote.
You know who the best player I've ever seen is?
Who?
I'm not even kidding. Russell Wilson.
You like Russell?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, he's done shit that like I've never seen.
Such a douchebag. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, he gets every break known to mankind, but
He
He's
does. Come on.
pretty fucking
He's
good.
better than Jerry Rice.
Well, I wasn't. I mean, I was a kid then. I wasn't that old.
Oh God.
I'm just saying, I have a level of athlete that's like on another level of everyone else, where like they can do things that most other people can't. So like Rob Gronkowski was like impossible to cover. He was just extremely good. LeBron James, guys like that. Russell Wilson's in that. When I watch him, like I would pay to watch him. He's that good.
There's a bit of a buzz about you,
Russ
Bears.
live.
I'm so pissed off right now. No, I'm not even gonna talk. Jerry Rice, like Russell Wilson would be Jerry Rice's bitch. Okay.
Yeah, he's too young, though, is what he's saying. Though.
Yeah, I was a kid. I didn't see a ton of him.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying I think he's one of the best players I've seen.
Carl, how old are you though? Because you must have been a kid when Jerry Rice was
I'm
playing.
39.
Yeah, he's 8 years older than me. So
I'm an old man.
like I'm not saying I was a baby or anything, but like I was pretty young when
Fucking like the rules were so much different. Like Jerry Rice, you were allowed to tackle Jerry Rice at the line of scrimmage. He still broke it off and was the most prolific player ever. I mean, it's not even fucking close.
Bears are gonna get the ball back here.
Oh god damn, Russell Wilson. Like Russell Wilson.
This way too seriously. I'm not saying he's better.
He's a
Russell
49er
Wilson-
fan. He's taking
Yeah. He goes to bed with like a 14 dolly.
Show up at his birthday party because he's such a douchebag.
Listen.
Russell Wilson's the biggest douchebag of all professional
Listen,
sports.
DFS. You want some advice?
I love you. I love you, by the way. I just hope you know
Well,
that.
no, I'm going to give you some advice.
Yeah.
Quickly realize fanboys as bettors suck.
Yes.
I hate them. They're the worst. I don't give a shit about the team you rooted for when you were a kid. If it's going to affect how you make money.
No, it doesn't affect me, by the way.
But like you get in arguments with people and it's like you figure out.
We're just having fun on live TV. I'm so excited to have you on because, by the way, we love you over here at SBR, and we love having you on. I was actually going to.
Why do you love me? What's that all about?
Why? Because Donnie's
We've got a love fest
yeah,
going on here, Donnie.
Yes.
I heard a guy talking shit, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go up and defend my boy, even though you had no idea who I was.
Well, that's nice of you. I like loyalty. I like people that
I actually believe that. And
Donnie RightSide hasn't always done that. So
that's
I need that.
Has nothing to do with any of that. But I was like, hey, man, like that's my boy's boy. He's my boy. I watched you guys during the pandemic, while Donnie actually helped me get this job, right?
Oh,
I was like,
yeah,
I'm going to
he has to be loyal. Jeff. He has to be loyal to us, Jeff.
So I watched your summer shows, then I watched guys give you crap, and I'm like, hey man, I'll come in there and kick some ass, and I'm an old.
They're not giving you crap. They're not giving you views. So
listen. That's what you got to remember. They watch more than fans watch. So
That's
people
right.
that like you watch, but like I have a kid at Barstow that hates my guts, and he watches everything I do. Like they watch, so I welcome. You
might have even seen it on Twitter. I was like, hey man, these guys are talking shit about my boy. It's my boy Blue. Let's go.
I appreciate that.
So we had some fun with that.
Should not think the flag should have been thrown there, Donnie.
I don't think so, but I like the game. I like the game plan Flash, just throwing punts up there to go catch.
Yeah, but watch this. He goes to catch it.
So Jeff, I hope you know it's all like in
I know. I'm just messing with you.
It's been good fun, but I even said to Don, I was like, hey man, like you and Big Man on Campus, I love the show. I even went in the chat box, tried to step in, send my fans that way. I'm not that popular or anything. But we had some fun. I love you, brother. I don't care if you agree with me or not.
Cheers,
we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna be friends, and that's how it rolls.
I'll make sure I follow you on Twitter. Thanks, man.
Hey,
do you not follow him?
I may or may not. I'm not sure. I may. I'm not sure.
God damn it, Jeff! So you're saying you don't even know who the fuck I am?
No, I know. I mean, I'm not fucking. I'm not Bill Gates. I'm not that popular. I mean, I Donnie's told me about you. I mean, I know the guys at SBR.
Donnie, would you say that I look like him? What'd you tell him?
And you look like you're in your underwear, huh?
No, not that.
He said you look like. He said you look like an old. He
In
said
your
you look like.
49ers pants.
He said you look like an older Seth Green.
Thank you.
Doesn't he look like the kid from Austin Powers, Seth Green?
There you go.
Dr. Evil's kid, kind of.
And what Seth Green was in like Can't Hardly Wait and stuff like that.
He was in Entourage for
all those teenage movies back
Yeah.
in the day.
He got into a fight with Eric in Entourage.
There we go. There it
Hey,
is.
Flash, you remember when we used to do the lower league show?
Yeah, crazy.
Gotta have fun, man. It's all about having fun, right? Like
Leeds.
we live in a crazy time in the world, right? Everyone hates fucking everybody, right?
Yeah.
Or leaping everybody.
You're right about that.
Jealousy's the worst thing.
I'm getting fired. Big man on campus, you might be hired tomorrow because I'm probably getting fired tomorrow.
This is Kyle's last show. Yeah.
Yeah. I get fired. I get fired every Monday.
You ain't gonna get fired, dude.
But listen,
Relax.
it's all about having fun, doing the study.
Wow. You catch that? You get knocked out? What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, splashing the pot, blah blah blah.
I need one more TD here, DFS Bachelor. Come on.
Yeah,
I think you get it from the. Actually, you know what? I don't know.
We
Well,
want
I'm
it.
for like a pick
You were
six
hoping
or
that
something.
fourth. Yeah, we're hoping that fourth
No,
down got
we
stopped
want
right
Robert Woods to get that fucking bleeping touchdown.
Just play prevent, Rams. No need to play hard defense here.
Foles
Yes.
needs to throw some punts.
Hey,
up there.
Nick, let's throw the ball downfield, pal. Come on.
That's typical Nick Foles.
I need. Oh, look
That's
at
the
that.
end of that game.
God damn. Jesus, Nick.
Honestly, he's scared of his own shadow, you know. He's
Holy
standing in that
shit,
pocket, throwing 3 interceptions.
God damn. The Ram squad.
God forbid they
Tough
return
for
that a
real,
little
they are.
bit.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just gonna get 2 feet in. and
God forbid
roll
we
out.
just everyone parts like the Red Sea and we get a kickback. I mean, they're gonna have the ball like the 30 though, no?
No, the 40. Bang on the 49.
I mean, there's still 3 minutes left. We break one here.
10 timeouts. Bears got all 3 timeouts.
I tell you
Let's
what,
break
he
one.
might have come back. You know, he might have been able to
that
bring
Rams
this back.
man?
But his mate pushes it out
imagine
of
being a
bounds.
Falcons fan right now. You're like, oh yeah, we could definitely lose this game. Like if you're a Falcons fan but betting the Bears,
Eagles didn't want to
Said
trade for
31-10,
Ramsey,
so let's do it.
yeah.
He's in.
Too much
I
to
don't
give up
know.
first for Ramsey for the Eagles.
You know that he'll be taking shots.
Hey,
Loves
we
it.
can erase the tapes these last like hour and a half on these
Yeah.
Monday night shows, right?
Sure.
That weak ass effort from Jimmy Graham there. Like,
It was.
go to get the ball, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, break one here. Somebody break one. Throw the ball, Goff. This is where I want them to get vigorous. Throw the ball. Come on.
He's not going to do it. They're scared. They're scared. They're scared as hell.
Yeah, they'll run this now. They'll run
I'm
this.
probably definitely getting this email tomorrow, right, Donnie?
Yes. I'm
You haven't got
actually
all the
typing.
others, you know what I mean?
So Donnie and I have a show at what, 1:00 tomorrow? I'm probably fired by
Listen,
then. Big man.
DFS. I want
Yeah.
to tell you something. I don't want to bring out old ghosts from the closets,
Sure. I love this.
but
Okay.
there's been I did a lot worse shit than any of those.
Yeah, normally when his connection fails and it hasn't.
I mean, Gabe Morency used to do some pretty wild shit as well. So I think you'd be okay.
You think? Yeah, I mean, it's fine, you know.
I mean, King Rail was on this channel for a while. I don't know if you know him. I don't know if you know King.
Yeah, I'm fired. I'm definitely fired.
Dude, stop.
That's why I started making non see-through glasses.
Well, maybe you should stop drinking.
That's okay. You want to ruin my entire identity or life? Why the fuck would I do that?
I don't think we're gonna get a bus through here, man.
Yeah,
It's gonna be Nick Folds 5 out here.
Well, they got a throw now.
They're gonna get they're gonna run the football again and make them lose their last time out. So you're gonna get the Bears on the field with like 2:50 on the clock, and the Rams not giving a damn. So we'll see what Foles has.
Yeah, but even defensively, they're still like solid, and the Bears are so bad.
Yeah, I don't want because I still have a little piece of the second half -3.
I need him to get
I don't want him to score.
crap touchdown, but go for 2, which I'm not going to do. Never in a month for Sundays they're going to do that.
Ramsey. Pick 6. I needed that Rams play tonight. Everybody seemed like they were on the Bears, though.
I like the chat box here. Joe Morawski. Kyle, can they fire someone who works for free?
Big true.
Yeah.
What are they doing, the Rams?
It's tough. It's tough to fire someone who works for free, but yeah, they can.
There you go. Bears getting the Rock back.
Hey, here's what I'm going to tell you, Joe. Tune in at 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 Eastern tomorrow. If I'm there, I'm not fired. There you go.
Yeah, but what are you actually doing on the show at 1:30 tomorrow? Who shows that?
Shit. I'm just going to, answer some questions and pretend that I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's his live firing.
Yeah, it's my life.
When do your clocks go back, by the way, boys?
Sunday, which is good. Yeah, yep. Thank God.
By the way, I hate that
too
too,
because one day
soccer games are 3:45 instead of 2:45 now for a week. It's weird.
That's bullshit. Kyle, go to AA. Yeah, I probably should, but
go to AAA.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like a single dad, just ruining my son's life, just like an awful father and person.
Yeah, I hear him screaming in the background. Go get him, dude.
Yeah. He's like, Daddy, can I
wants a
please
sandwich.
eat? Like, how am I supposed to exceed it?
Dad, you're drinking that brown juice again. It's not good for you.
Yeah, you're such an awful
Awful
monster.
in the cellar.
Man.
It lets him out when he sends him down to the liquor store.
Jealousy is fun.
Come on, man. Do something stupid, Nick Foles. One time, Nick Foles, do something.
Pick 6. Let's go.
Just fumble the ball in the end
fumble.
zone.
Yeah, correct. Yep,
Whatever.
it can happen right here. Where'd that ball end up?
That Hecker, he's a good punter.
He is a good punter.
Yeah,
a weapon.
Really, really good.
He's like Sav Roca out there, man. Let's go.
He just gets the ball to just stop.
Come on, get to him. Get to him.
I love the guy saying he's calling Child Protective Services.
Yep. Way.
My son would be so mad because, like, my daddy just bought me the new virtual reality.
He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you on a little Boosie show.
Yeah. That's pretty fun for me.
Is he a 49ers fan as well?
I have no idea.
No idea.
He's probably a dirty liberal as well, Same as me.
Oh, well done,
By the way,
yeah,
it's fine. Come on.
Pick 6. Come on.
This guy's a liberal. I'm out of here.
I'm a dirty liberal, Jeff.
No, I'm just.
Jeff was at the Trump rally today.
Not true.
No Mance.
Really?
No Mance.
What was the odds now?
It's not true. He was in my town today, though.
Yeah, I should have waited. I should have waited one more day.
Minus 200.
I saw I saw Jeff Nadu. I saw a big man on campus with the MAGA hat on. I saw it.
I'd rather fucking light my head on fire. But no, it's funny. Donnie, you know Ryan, right?
Yeah.
He was telling me he works like not far from the airport, and he was telling me he heard like the music, like the stupid song they play.
Yeah. He pulls up the plane, gets right off right there.
Back in
proud to be an American.
Yeah, that's what it is. The proud, yeah. Because the flag still stands for freedom.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God, that song's cringy.
Oh, God.
You got to get up to
it's like the Borat movie, right? It's just cringy. Like, oh.
Yeah, it's stupid and lame for sure.
Yeah. We probably shouldn't get into that this late.
I always wonder, like, Flash is in another country. Like, what is the rest of the world saying about us?
Well, we couldn't believe you voted Trump in.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's probably.
God damn it! Really?
And that's 4 years ago. Do you know what I mean? It's like because to us, Trump.
Oh my God, they might score. Oh my God, 2-minute warning. Here we go.
No, they can't.
Come on, Nick.
Golf courses and hotels.
Yeah.
Property magnet. It's crazy.
What is that?
What?
So the rest of the world wants Trump or does not want Trump?
No, they don't. They think.
But they don't want Biden either. That's the other one.
No, they want Biden because Biden will give money.
Puppet,
like that. Trump won't.
Yeah, well, I mean, nobody wants a 75-year-old delusional fuck, but that's the only choice we have.
I can't.
Which is kind of the issue.
Yeah. So we have 75 delusional fuck, 75 delusional fuck. What's the option?
Yeah, but one's like at
You
least
can't
a
be
nice
president
guy.
anymore. Yeah, you
Well, why
can't be
didn't we-
president. Like
Oh,
president's no longer a good job because they can vet the shit out of you. You couldn't.
But at
do
least
that
he's like a
15
nice,
years
like
ago.
good person.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, this is going to be like a show we should save on tape so we can all say, we don't like 80-year-old.
Well, I
dipshit.
heard Donnie and Flash are hosting the election show.
Yeah,
tonight.
that's true.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a live reporter at
Yep.
the Trump headquarters.
It's freaking crazy. So think about this. 300 million people, and our two best choices are over 75 years old.
Why
one's-
did Michelle Obama run? Can anyone tell me that?
Who, Michelle, you said?
Michelle Obama?
Yeah,
Why
I
did
think
she run?
I think she's next in line. I think they're already.
Home and hose, mate.
Yeah, she would
Yeah,
run
I
away
hate
with
that.
it.
Oh, all of a sudden there'll be a complete breath of fresh air, sweep the country.
Yeah, I agree with that. Actually, I think she's gonna. I think she's gonna. Be next.
She'll unite. She'll unite.
By the way, what
make
if
everybody eat shitty lunch food again?
what if Donnie got Trump to do your show? He
would
comes
come
on. Hey, Flash and Donnie, how are you?
Okay, well, Donnie makes like $25 million a week. So he has like 75 monitors. He's got 4 houses.
He's also friends with Trump. He golfs with him.
Yes.
Correct.
Trump
We have
comes
to-
up to the
As
golf
soon as I
course.
said my name was Don, he was like, you know what? We're best friends.
We're in.
Is
We're
that his
in.
son as well?
And like
By the
fun.
way, they've gone after Biden's son, haven't they? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's kids are safe.
Everybody
But your kids are not safe.
I mean, listen, I know it's all love, all fair in love and war, but they had him pictured having a crack pipe. Do you know what I mean? It's like, come on, boys. leave
I
it
mean,
alone.
but then again, like, why should he have to pay for what his son does?
Well,
Well,
it's
this is it, because it's saying he's corrupt.
you can be, corrupted like that.
Yeah.
I mean, my son's a lazy teenager. It's not my fault. He's.
But if your son does something stupid, like, I mean, I guess you would be blamed, but like, you ultimately didn't make the decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's a sad reality. What I hope here's what I hope, and I know we're getting to the end of the game and all that stuff. Let's hope that everyone can just none of them give a shit about how you feel. They don't care about your life. Just be your best person. Work as hard as you can.
Coming from a liberal, of course. Great.
Yes.
great
Coming from a dirty liberal. But
that's definitely a liberal way of thinking.
Come in and watch our show and enjoy our time, and we'll sit here and make some bets. And
look at this! Big play!
Yeah,
Make it one.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for the flag to come down.
Every big play is just like got no shot.
It looked like a flag. Give him a little push.
Every play has no shot. Every big play.
Hey, how cool is it that we get to work for a company that is like, hey, you're allowed to talk about this, and you're allowed to do what you're.
Well, you're really not. So tomorrow, when it's
tomorrow I'm fired. I'm totally fucking fired.
And I'm just here for having fun.
Yeah. Big man on campus is going to be rich as hell. But hey, when that guy talks shit about you, I'll kick his ass, Jeff. I promise you that.
Don't worry about him. He's harmless. He ain't gonna do it.
I don't like what he says about you, man. And Donnie's my boy. I love Donnie a lot.
Yep, he doesn't. She doesn't like you.
Yeah. What are you gonna say about that, Donnie? What are you gonna say?
This defense is good, man.
They're fast. They're fast.
They don't let anything.
Their own pace beats them.
That's big boy football out there in that division.
D-Wade wants Kyle to go away. Get rid of Kyle. Yeah, I suck.
Damn, your bad comments are already starting. How long have you even been here? A week or two?
I'm good with it. I've been doing this a long time. It's fine. I'm good with it. And I've picked some winners, I think.
Seconds only off the clock. Like, what is the deal here?
Didn't I pick some winners at halftime? Like, why the hell did you want me to go away? I picked some winners at halftime. For fuck's sake. I picked the Rams single digits and Josh Reynolds.
He's had 3 visits inside the red zone and come away with it.
Fuck off. Fuck off, D-Wade.
Ever?
Yeah, get out of here. It's great. It's great. We're having a good time. We're having a great time. I'm fired. I'm totally fired tomorrow.
Maybe if you keep saying it, it'll actually happen.
Speak it into existence.
Kyle, you sound dumb as fuck. Go drink some water. Yeah.
Nick's in trouble. Nick's in trouble.
Oh, he's horrible. And what's Trubisky thinking sitting here watching this?
Like, thank God.
It's like, wow, how am I this bad that I can't
Yeah.
even get on the field?
Exactly. How is Nick Foles better than me? That's what he's thinking.
Can this moron Nick Foles fumble one time, please?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I thought right there.
Well, they stop him here and they get it on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, but they just take knees. Then.
All right, boys, I'm jumping off. This is bad juju
This
coming
is
on.
hurting you. All right.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
Listen,
Peace.
you guys are the best. Thank you for having some fun with me here.
Hey, Jeff.
And keep up
Big
that good work with the weight.
Brother.
And
Thank
Kyle,
you, Flash. Appreciate it.
I'll
hey,
see you on Twitter.
good luck finding another job, man. Good luck.
The BMOC, one of a kind.
Oh, what a good time, man.
There you go.
I am probably getting fired tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe just me and Flash next week. Me, Flash, and
What game we got next week, by the way?
we got Tom Brady's in the against the Giants. Stinky game, but at least we get to see Brady crack some heads.
Yeah. Put up some yardage against them boys.
Sunday night football, Dallas and Philadelphia. Ooh.
Oh, like that as well.
What a game. I can't wait for all the. I'm trying to look in the comments to see how many people want me fired. It's like,
Wade does. He wants you out of here.
Okay, that's the game over, boys. I'm going to hook off.
Is that a pick?
No,
Flash.
I'm just finished. Hey, it's been a pleasure.
Yep,
Flash.
that'll do it, boys. Another week.
I love you.
Hey,
I love you guys. Donnie, I may see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Maybe, maybe not. But that'll do it for our show tonight. We will be back tomorrow to talk some more football right here